Hey y'all, let's try this again and see if Instagram will show comments for all of y'all. I'm going to send it to our broadcasting channel so everyone there knows that we are live again. Oh, I literally just clicked to send it to myself. That's not helpful now, is it? Okay, there's the lives. Here's some of our regulars. All right, cool. We've got Peachy Nail Art's back, Kat's back, Terrorize is in. Let's see. We'll give it a minute for some people to come back. Laura's back, Jen's back. Hopefully comments are going to work for y'all. Let me know if it is and if it's not. Hopefully it is. Kat says hi. All right, so we are working on showing off Hearts and Promises Polish and Beauty Expo offerings. We have already opened like 2 items. Laura said, okay, I guess I needed an update. That could be it, Laura. I know you've been avoiding your updates, especially the big one. So maybe that's part. Hopefully everyone else gets back in and it works. But Hearts and Promises, Polish and Beauty Expo, they are in, y'all, I know they're Pennsylvania. I know we have Hershey, Pennsylvania themed stuff here. I am not 100% sure if they are from Hershey, Pennsylvania, but they are doing a trio inspired by Hershey, Pennsylvania, which then they also sent some chocolate straight from the Hershey factory, straight off the line. So excited for that. Jen says, I'm going to check for an update real quick. Still not working. Well, that is frustrating. Hopefully we can get this comment thing figured out. I do read all the comments, but like that doesn't help when you guys are commenting to each other and stuff until I read it. So hopefully we can get this figured out. So frustrating. I apologize, y'all. Okay, and we have opened 1 polish so far. We opened Jingle Bells because they are also bringing a Christmas and July series as well. There are 2 sets for it. We have Traditional Christmas and Bold Christmas. Frida is back. Welcome back, Frida. Peachy said, still no comments for me either. I have no idea. I have comments. I don't understand why y'all don't. Laura didn't help. I only see a comment or 2 when I have and come back, when I leave and come back. That was an issue that other people were having too occasionally. Kat, not working for me either, but it's okay. I'm staying. I'm not sure, y'all. Just like I did last time when it was kicking people out, I will do some research after the live and see if I can figure out something on my end that might fix it. But I am not sure what's happening with it. I know the app here is updated. I check every day before I do lives to make sure that I am updated where I need to be. So hopefully, I don't know, but I'll do some research and see what maybe I can do. Hi, Melissa. Welcome in. Laura said, Insta needs to get its shit together. I agree with you. Melissa said, hi. Frida, I realized I could only see my own. That's fine. That's fine. So I will continue to read comments. I apologize that they are not working for y'all. And hopefully we can get it fixed in the future. Hello, Maria. How are you doing tonight? How's everyone's Monday been? Have we had decent Mondays? Sandy's in here now too. Hello, Sandy. So yes, we didn't really talk about Polish and Beauty Expo. Jen says, ooh, yay, I need an update. Can see now. Okay, that only worked for Laura for a second, so maybe it'll stick for you, Jen. Maybe it won't. Yes, we didn't really talk about Polish and Beauty Expo. I know I've talked about it in every single live, but I like to go over it again. That way, if anyone is new to the lives or new to the event, they get a little bit of information about it. So very quickly, Polish and Beauty Expo is a in-person shopping experience. There are 40 plus brands that will be there this year that are Polish and Beauty independent owned companies that will be there for you to shop from. It's a great way to meet new brands, meet the makers of stuff, see some behind the scenes information, and then to meet like-minded individuals. I know I get all the time, how do you have so much nail polish? I can never use all that. This space, you will not hear that. You will never hear someone be like, I can't imagine owning that much nail polish, because we all own that much nail polish. So it's just really fun. It's a great event. There is the first night, which is July 18th. This is all at the Tinley Park Convention Center outside of Chicago in Tinley Park area. First night is a meet and greet event where you get dinner and you can get a little sneak peek of the polishes that the brands are going to have for sale the next day. And again, meet the makers and have a little bit more one-on-one time. Tickets for that currently are sold out, but there is a wait list kind of in the Polish Beauty Expo Facebook group where you can put your name on the list and what kind of tickets you're looking for. And as they become available, because we're getting closer to the event, people's plans change, things happen, they have to back out. Chrissy Rose of KP Shimmer, who runs the whole event, will go down that list and try and accommodate you. She goes in order on there. She'll reach out to you and gives you plenty of time to respond back. And then if you don't take them, she moves on to the next. So there is still a way to get meet and greet tickets. Hello, Lana Land Diaries. Welcome in. But as far as the shopping day, that is July 19th, tickets are still available for that. General admission tickets. You get in at noon, I believe. Time is changed this year. But I believe you get in at noon and you get a small swag bag and you get access to all these wonderful brands. There is also a regular basic attendee ticket where I think you get in at the same time, but you don't get a swag bag. Those are definitely still available. VIP tickets sold out so quick. Early admission tickets sold out so quick. But I have seen posts lately in the last few days of people selling tickets, so there's still the option of being able to get those. But you get to shop till your heart content. We have a bigger room than ever this year. We have more brands than ever this year. They've extended the shopping time by an hour this year, as well as there's tutorial tables where you can stop and learn some new skills. There are some self-guided ones. There are ones where people help you. Laura says GA is 1 p.m. Thank you. I think VIP and early is one's at noon, one's at 1. I always get it wrong every year. To be honest, I'm usually in helping set up, so I don't really think about the time of it. But Melissa said, looks like the gift bags have a lot of polish in them. So the swag bags have you get more than your ticket is. That's always guaranteed. I think general admission bags usually have 5 to 6-ish items. Please do not quote me on that. And then VIP gets a little bit more than obviously because your ticket is more. We did show off cupcake polish last night, and I showed off a exclusive polish to the VIP bags. If you are getting VIP, you are guaranteed that polish, and some general admission bags will get it as well. And it is not purchasable otherwise. But yes, the bags are great. If you don't care about the bag, that's fine. But all ticket levels are fantastic. The getting into the actual door is what matters. Having access to these brands and the fun and the community of it is amazing. Tutorial tables is what I was going over. Self-guided, so some of you just sit down and you're like, oh, cool things, and you figure it out. But there are others that have volunteers at them, so water marbling, nail stamping. There's usually a water slide table, so you can do that. You can also just use those tables to take a break and breathe and also chat and hang out with other people. So it's a really, really cool event. Again, it is July 18th and 19th in Tinley Park Convention Center. If you can't make it this year and you're interested, I recommend starting to save now, because I know it's a vacation, y'all. It's a trip. There's travel, there's a hotel, there's polish spending money. Definitely take a look at it now and maybe start saving up. I save cash all year to pay for my polish, so I don't feel guilty about the money I spent because it's already been spent. I only pull a credit card out at the very end if I absolutely have to. I think last year I pulled out the card. I bought stuff for my employees, which then I put on my business card. And then I think last minute I decided I wanted a hoodie at the very end, so I did swipe a card for that. But it's a wonderful, wonderful event. It's a really cool experience. If you are looking for something to do July and you want to come check it out this year, I recommend it. But if not, there's always next year if you're just learning about it for the first time. So I will have an info little card thing I'll put on the screen when we flip around. So if you want to screenshot anything, you can also go to the Polish and Beauty Instagram or Polish and Beauty Expo Facebook page to learn more about it. Hello, Mandy. Or polishandbeautyexpo.com has a lot of information. So again, I'll have that on the screen later. I will also have the current vendor list for you to screenshot later too. So back to Hearts and Promises, which is what we're starting to show off. Also, Mandy, welcome in, and know that we are apparently having some issues with comments tonight. Some people can see them, some people cannot. So I've already gone out, closed out and come back in. So we're just going to go with it tonight. I will do some research and see if there's anything I can do to fix it on my end. I don't know if we can or not, but we're going to continue Hearts and Promises offerings. Again, y'all, I did pull our chocolate out of the bag, and she sent chocolate because, chocolate, and it's amazing, and Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is where they are, or nearby to it, but these also will come back up a little bit later in stuff, so when we get to that, I will go over those in more detail. There's a reason for chocolate bars on my bag besides just chocolate. And then we've opened that first polish. Again, y'all, we didn't get very far. This is Jingle Bells, and it is a beautiful purple linear hollow. It's got purple metallic shreds, and I think some larger scattered hollow glitters too. I'm gonna get my flash out, which I did, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my flash so we don't blind you. I did look at my old phone. They moved the flash. It's always been next to the lenses, and now it's on the other side of the phone, and it's very awkward to try and put that up on the bottle without being in the camera. Jen says, I can only see my own comments right now. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry, y'all. Here it is with flash, so you can see, yes, look at that linear hollow flame in there. Super pretty. Mandy says, Instagram has been a real PETA lately. It hasn't been showing me that you're live lately either. That's frustrating. I did send out to just, I clicked on a few people that we chat occasionally. I think I clicked on your name, but that might have been the first live that then ended, so I don't know. You can turn on notifications specifically for my lives through my profile here. I have been posting in our broadcasting group, so if you want to join that, you'll get a DM notification that I've said, hey, we're going to do a live tonight. I post on my stories, I post in the brand, I've been posting in the Polish Beauty Expo group, and I've been posting over on YouTube. I do a community post over there, so if you're following me or subscribed on YouTube and you make sure notifications, the little bell thing, are turned on over there, then hopefully you'll get a notification that way. I don't know. I'm doing my best, y'all, because I know Instagram's been such a pain. Hello, Michelle. All right, so we were showing this with our flash. It has a stunning rainbow flame in it, and then I think you can see the scattered hollow and the metallic purple flakes now too. Very pretty. Again, this is Jingle Bells. They are doing a Christmas theme. We have two different Christmas sets. We have a traditional Christmas and a bold Christmas. I'm going to assume that's from the bold. Mandy said, you did. That's how I knew to look for the live. Thanks for sending. You're welcome. I click, y'all, I go to send it to our broadcasting group so you know that it's live too. And then Instagram just says, here's these recent people. And I just click on some I know is in here. So please don't take offense if I don't hit your name or if I just forget to do that during a live. But I try my best to remember to do that because I know it's terrible about sending information out. Laura, you go above and beyond. Social media is just stupid. Well, I know it is stupid, but also like I want to make it as best for y'all as I can. So I will do what I need to do. And the post, yes, going through and posting in all those places, it takes a little bit of time, but it is not the hardest thing. And if I can do that and it allows y'all to know we're live, then I'm going to do it. Jen says, is that the thermal on your nails from yesterday? It is, but because it's, a bajillion degrees in Missouri right now, I'm very much in the hot state. It's a really pretty deeper. And y'all, I actually had to dip I usually dip in ice water to get the cool tips because all my lights make it really hot in here. And I realized when I was doing that today that I think this is technically a trithermal. I was getting the middle color there. I don't know if it photographed or not, but I definitely was getting a really pale color to this. This to me I think is a medium, but it's probably your average color. And then a deeper. So it is technically, I think, a trithermal, but it's always so hard to get all three colors. So I don't think brands even advertise trithermals anymore. All right, next we have Mystery Moon, and it is a gorgeous, excuse me, y'all, metallic blue. It's so glowy. They do have 3 Chicago limited edition polishes. I believe this is part of that set. Also, all of the polishes at the show, or everything I'm showing you tonight, I don't know if they're bringing anything besides the new stuff. Everything I'm showing you tonight is a new thing from them. They are all going to be $12 each, or if you buy more than 3 polishes, they will be $10 each. So if you buy more than 3 polishes, you get a discount, and it'll make them all $10 each instead. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome in. We're having an issue with comments tonight not showing. We've gone out, come back in. We're just dealing with it tonight. So I will be reading every single comment as I usually do, but every single comment will be read tonight. So y'all, me and these bubblers, I'm fighting tonight. Ooh, I see green though. This is Underneath the Tree. So again, a part of one of our Christmas sets. It is a beautiful blue. I want to call it a duochrome because I feel like it's a blue. Y'all. All right. It is a beautiful green, but it has a blue shimmer to it, which is why I think it might be a duochrome. It's kind of a green to aqua shift. Again, really pretty. I feel like there's a little purple too, at least on my side. I don't think y'all can see it. Chrissy said, hey y'all, and sent our distorted face emoji. But it's gorgeous. Again, that one is part of the Christmas, one of the Christmas collections. Ooh, I just saw, okay, y'all, I just saw all three of these next to each other. Look at that. Is that not a gorgeous combo? They're not even from the same collections, but like they just go together beautifully. Also, y'all, there is a thing in this package, I'm not going to lie, I'm avoiding at the moment, so we'll get there at the end. I do know what it is. I don't know what it looks like or anything like that. I just don't know I know what it physically is. So, a little cryptid there for you, a little cryptic item, but we'll get there. But just so you know, I am dodging it. This is First Noel. So again, this goes with our Christmas collections. And this is a beautiful linear, you know what? I'm going to bet because we had our Jingle Bells and it's a similar design. This one is another linear hollow. And this one has blue hollow glitters, I believe, in there, as well as some silver scattered hollow. Let me grab that flash. Y'all, this new flash is so awkward. There we go. Now you can see that flame. Jen said green, blue, purple is my favorite gradient to do. Just like they just belong together. Agreed. I always think mermaids. Blue, purple, green, I think mermaid vibes, and they work so well together. Ooh, look at the little, the larger blue hollow glitters sparkling in this. And then you have that linear flame. Stunning. I see pink, magenta, something. Again, y'all, this is Hearts and Promises. I'm very excited to get to work with Chrissy and show these off. I have never, I've never swatched for them before, so this was really exciting. Michelle just popping in, might be back later. No worries. We will be here for a while. I got 14 polishes. Again, if y'all missed the beginning part, 14 polishes tonight, so you're going to want a snack and a comfy spot and a good drink. Jen is caffeinated with some coffee happening because we're going to be here for a little bit tonight, especially since we had to restart. So this is a Shine On, friends, and this is a beautiful magenta base with an orange to golden shift, maybe some green at the very edge. Chrissy said, holy moly. Yeah, 14 polishes. It's a thick package tonight. Michelle said, okay. This is gorgeous. Sorry, had a scritch. We have another green. There we go. This one is Oh Christmas Tree. So again, I'm going to guess this is our traditional Christmas set. And it is a beautiful green linear hollow. And then it has the green shreds, the metallic shreds, as well as, I think this one has some gold scattered hollow. I could be wrong on that part. But it definitely feels like this goes with the purple and the blue that were the same kind of finish here. Here it is with the flash, so you can see the gorgeous hollow in it. I'm already loving that there are 3 different greens in this collection. Super pretty. Mandy, oh, I'm hoping she has overpours in her shop after PBE. I am not certain if she will or not. I do know that these are new collections, so there is quite possible the option of that. I do know that there are 3 that are labeled as Chicago limited editions. So maybe those will have less and the others will later or not. I don't know 100% sure. Also, Chrissy had dinner plans tonight. So she was like, what time is that going to be? You know, and we figured out like time zones and stuff. And she's like, I have plans. I'm like, that's fine. That is totally fine. You do what you need to do. You enjoy your dinner. And if you pop in, you pop in. I never expect any brands to be in my lives. It's great. I welcome them. Don't get me wrong. Especially if we have questions. But I also know that they have lives. Y'all have lives. I have a crazy life. So my schedule and the timing that works for me may not work for them or y'all. So I totally get it. So she may or may not pop in and we can ask some questions later, but I don't know if she'll be in or not. Christy said that's kind of a pickly green. It very much is. It gives me Christmas pickle vibes. If you know the tradition of the Christmas pickle, some celebrate it, some don't. I do. We have to like be specific on what pickle you're finding because the amount of pickle ornaments I have. But yes, Frida said they seem particularly glowy, don't they? It's a hollow. There's so much hollow in there. Lindsay Berger just joined. Hello, Lindsay. And okay, I think we're caught up on comments. I am making sure we read every comment tonight because comments are not working for everyone. Jen says, your lives are 7 p.m. for me, and that's when my husband is walking out the door to go to work. So it's perfect. Well, I'm glad it works out for him. I used to just like, oh, we're going to go live at a certain time. But for me, it works for 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is when my employee who helps us out here occasionally, that is when she gets off shift. So like I can work with them for a little bit before the live, so I can do swatches that day. I have time to still do a little bit of shop work if needed, and then we do our live, and if it's 2 hours or 1 hour or whatever, I still have like time to eat and edit and such afterwards, and I can spend some time with my husband. So it just, you know, I think it works out, especially if we have long lives. If I do it later in the evening, then my, you know, all of my East Coast people, sorry, my brain froze. All my East Coast people, then it's just later and later for you. I know it's earlier for the West Coast, but like this is just what works. And then we always have the replay option. If you miss watching it live, you can watch the replay here or over on YouTube. So I think this has worked out best for me. I think I've been consistent with 6 p.m. for over a year now. So that 6 p.m. is just my time. This is what it is. Chrissy said chat's being done, BRB. Well, it's being done for everyone, Chrissy. It's not you. Next we have Rudolph's Nose, which is a red linear with beautiful hollow, or just red shreds and some scattered hollows. So this is definitely a set here. We have a red, a green, a blue, and a purple that all feel like they are going to be one collection. I won't know for sure until we read the paper. Actually, I guess I could glance at the I could glance at the paper and know for sure, but here it is with flash. So again, you can see the gorgeous, gorgeous hollow of this. I'm trying to like read the paper while I'm showing you all this. All right, so traditional Christmas looks like Jingle Bells, Oh Christmas Tree, the Rudolph's Nose, and the First Noel. So yes, all 4 of these are going to be part of our traditional Christmas set, which is a 4-piece set. Again, these are going to be $12 each, or if you buy more than 3 polishes, you will get them for $10 each. So you don't even have to do the set. If you don't want all 4 in the set, you can get 2 from this, 2 from whatever other set or whatever. But as long as you buy more than 3 polishes, they all discount from $12 to $10 each. Hello, Mama. My mama just popped in, y'all. Jen said, oh my God, that red with red hearts. Isn't it stunning? And Kat said, wow, yeah, that red is so good. What is next? Again, y'all, I'm dancing around an item in here. I'm excited to get to it, but like I feel like we should get the polish open since there's so much, and then we'll do that thing at the last, and it's not polished, so there's another little hint. Chrissy said, I love that purple is included. I agree. I feel like purple's not a super traditional Christmas color, but I like the rounded out of it, especially again because we talked about how like blue, purple, green gradient so well. So I agree. I think it's a really pretty added. This one is Santa Tell Me. Speaking of purples, this is another multi and or duo chrome. I see blue and green for sure, definitely showing up more on my side than your side because of the direct lighting, but it is very pretty. Ooh, look, there's a little bit of yellow to it too. And since we have pulled out all 4 of the traditional Christmas set, I'm going to assume this goes in our bold Christmas set. Super pretty. What else have I opened? Okay, that one there. Sorry, I'm trying to like keep things in order. How are we doing tonight, Zach? How's your Monday been? Chrissy said, haha, still can't see anyone else in the chat. Instagram's really being lame today. Actually, that's an issue everyone is having, Chrissy. I actually started this live at like 6:01 tonight, and my brain stopped. I started this live at 6:01, and then we had to restart it because no one had comments, and we were trying to figure out why. Hello, Rogue Lacquer. Welcome in. Yeah, we couldn't figure out why. And it fixed for some people with updates. It didn't fix for some people. And I don't know. Instagram's having a whole dramatic thing. So we tried to restart. It didn't fix it. I'm making sure I still read every comment like I usually do. So y'all can at least see, hear what's happening. And that goes the same for if you say, hi, Laura. And I'll tell you, Laura said hi to this person. Y'all know the drill. But yeah, so it's not just you, Chrissy. Laura said purple and yellow through the camera too. Oh, you guys were getting the purple and yellow through the camera too. I'm glad that was picking up properly. My mom said, just came in to get a link to give someone. Campground doesn't have good signal. Can't wait to watch tomorrow. Have fun. Have fun camping. Say hi to Mallory. That's my niece, y'all. Zach says, I've been on the road all day, taking a vacay to Colorado Springs, now at the gym. Ooh, that sounds like fun. And I know, usually I've like, not the gym part, but I know that you enjoy going to the gym too. So I'm glad that you are taking some time off. Enjoy your vacation and your gym time. Zach also said, happy Monday, everyone. Next is Auld Lang Syne. Oh, y'all. The pronunciation that I just butchered on this. Yeah. What even are you? I feel like this is the other Christmas. Aren't you part of the other? Yes. Auld Lang Syne. Isn't that like, is that what we say for New Year's? I have no idea what this is. I will let y'all pronounce it when I flip it around on the back camera. But it is a stunning blue multi-duochrome situation. We've got purple and green shifty and aqua in it. And this is the fourth polish that goes to our bold Christmas collection. Hello, Always Polished Life. Welcome in. I am showing off Polish and Beauty Expo offerings from Hearts and Promises. We are having an issue with chat tonight where y'all can't read each other's comments for some reason. So I will make sure I read every comment. I usually do, but this way I won't miss any. I will make sure we stop and read all of them. I just opened the last polish in their bold Christmas collection. It's a 4-piece set, which here is all 4 of those together, y'all. So again, we've got purple, green, and blue and red, like the other, but the other is hollow, and this one is multi and or duochrome. Again, $12 each, or if you buy more than 3 polishes at the show, period. They are not at the show. From Hearts and Promises at the show. I have to disclaim that, y'all, I work retail. I hear all the random questions. I have people who buy things at other game stores and then they try to return them to me because I have a return policy. So I'm disclaiming that you have to buy Hearts and Promises polishes, more than 3 of those, to get that discount down to $10 each instead of $12 each. Next we have a pretty white. Y'all, I can't even find the end of this. I'm going to have to get my scissors tonight. I'm fighting with these bubblers. Hey, we did it. Okay. Maybe. I got it open at least. Here we are. This is white chocolate. I told y'all they are from or around Hershey, Pennsylvania. So they are doing a chocolate trio. This one is white chocolate and it is a beautiful shimmery white. It's got a gorgeous gold shimmer in there. Laura, slightly off topic. I can't decide if I should chop my nails before or after PBE. I don't know. This is a great question. Maybe you shorten them slightly and see if that makes you feel better. It probably doesn't look like it, y'all. My swatch photos will show better, but I did actually shorten mine today because I was getting way too long for the amount of activity we have for summertime. And I was at that point where I knew I was going to break one. So I shortened mine. This is a length that I kind of prefer now. So we have just under 3 weeks to PBE, so I will probably shorten them one more time before the actual show. But yeah, that's kind of a hard one, Laura. Y'all know after I did my huge chop a year and a half ago, a year ago, something like that now, I prefer them on the shorter side now. So I'm always a fan of just do it. They'll grow back. So, Zach says, I only have 1 singular Hearts and Promises paint in my collection. So I'm very excited to see what else they have. Well, everything I'm showing tonight is going to be new for the show. I don't know if they're bringing other stuff as well, but I am showing off 14 polishes tonight that they have created to bring to Polish and Beauty Expo. I know that 3 of them specifically are labeled as Chicago LEs. I don't know if any of this is going to be overpours or available on the site later or not. But right now, all this will definitely be at the show. Kat said that's a pretty white, isn't it? It's beautiful. Again, it is a white with a golden shimmer. Chrissy said, I only have 1 Hearts and Promises as well. Somebody correct me. Jen, Lori, y'all have been in the community for a while. I am pretty sure, I could be wrong, so until someone tells me for sure, also I can't Google right now, I'm pretty sure Hearts and Promises is a rebrand of Turtle Tootsies, I believe. Which I used to buy a lot of Turtle Tootsies. I have quite a few of theirs. They have this cute little turtle as their logo. But I'm pretty sure they're a rebrand of that. Same owner, just rebrand. But I'm not positive. So I'm sure someone else can confirm that for me. Okay, so our white is from our Hershey's Trio. Again, we're going to be $12 each or $10 if you buy more than 3. They also have some other little special things. Once we get those open, I'll go over that information. Jen says, oh, I don't know. I'm fairly confident in that answer, but I'm not 100% certain to say yes. You know what I mean, y'all? Zach says, I don't have any turtles, but I would totally buy a turtle brand polish, right? Laura says, I think that's accurate. I think so too. But it's been a while. I mean, it's been since before I moved in this house, so years since they rebranded. I probably have a couple on the shelf. There is literally this pink that keeps sticking in my head that I'm thinking of. Hello, Nirda. Welcome in. Heads up, comments are not cooperating tonight, so some people can see them, some people cannot. It is not, I don't think it's a you problem. I think it's an Instagram problem. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to pop in and out constantly to fix it. I am reading every comment tonight, including she just said, hello, everyone. I have a pink in my head that I know of, and I'm like looking on my shelf, but y'all know I did a big purge recently, and I do have a lot of pinks. So I was looking for Eternal Tootsies, and now I can't find it. They're in alphabetical order, so I can find stuff faster, and my brain still can't function. So I know I have some still. I do have some Hearts and Promises. There's a really pretty like pistachio green with a shimmer I know that I own, but the next one here is Candy Cane Lane, which has now confused me because I thought we had 4 and 4 for our Christmas collections. Oh, I lied. Y'all, I totally showed this Shine On Friends, and this is not part of the Bold Christmas collection. Candy Cane Lane is our 4th polish in that. Laura, I had been following them for a bit, but they rebranded before I bought anything. I was sad. I know I bought a few mystery bundles too when I was doing swaps, so I could like throw some extra stuff in for my swap girl. But Candy Cane Lane, which is a beautiful shimmery pink, could also be a pink red. I learned last night that sometimes we call red pinks and vice versa. So beautiful. This one now, if I read the paper, is, yes, this one now is the 4th in our bold. I can't even hold them right to show them on screen. That is the 4th one in our bold Christmas collection. So we have the traditional Christmas quad, we have the bold Christmas quad, and then we will have a few other things that we've opened bits and pieces for, but haven't finished collections yet. Hello, Holly Berry. How are you doing tonight? How's your Monday? Fair warning, comments are not cooperating tonight. You may have comments, you may not have comments. I am reading them all so everyone knows what we are all saying. Zach said, my only Hearts and Promises was a PPU offering. Okay. Laura says, love the pink and green together. Right? Look at those. Aren't those so good? Yeah. I'm very excited for these, y'all. Next we have Polished Princess, which is a beautiful purple duo multi. Y'all, I'm really bad about knowing which one's which. And a lot of times I say multi-chrome and Jill says, no, it's a large particle shimmer. So we know I'm not great at knowing the technical terms. We'll get to those when we flip you around. But for now, I'm going to call it a duochrome because I see purple and blue for sure. I do see some maybe orange at extreme angles, but sometimes that is just from the bottles. So, but this is stunning. Also, I have a weird thing to note. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to do but one quick turn. There are 3 mixing balls in here, and I've seen it in multiple bottles already tonight, and I really appreciate the additive of multiple mixing balls. Sometimes I feel like I get a Crelly from a brand that only has 1 in it, and I can't shake it up really good. But I've seen 3 in multiple of these, and I personally really appreciate that. So absolutely gorgeous though. Zach said, ooh, that purple, and he sent a distorted face emoji with it. Holly said, love that purple. Isn't it stunning? I think that is going to be the wrap on our set of 3 Chicago limited editions. Mystery Moon, Polish Princess, Shine On Friends. Yes. So this is the Chicago limited edition polishes. There are 3 in that set. Again, $12 each unless you buy more than 3 polishes from Hearts and Promises booth, and then they can get down to $10 a piece. Frida said, I Googled and you were right about the name being turned. Okay, so that's what I thought. They were Turtle Tootsies polish, and it was so cute. They had this cute little turtle on their stuff, but we definitely know growing and changing and all that. So now they're Hearts and Promise. So you may have polishes you didn't know were Hearts and Promises. Hello, Monica B. Welcome, welcome. I hope I said that right. I just read your handle, and then my brain assumed that was your name. It is. Okay, welcome in. I'm showing off Hearts and Promises offerings for the Polish and Beauty Expo. We are having a little issue with comments tonight where sometimes people can see them and sometimes you can't. So just know that may not be a you problem. It's probably an Instagram problem. But I do read all comments while we're in here, so you will still be very much so part of the chat. I have a few more polishes to open, y'all. Again, there are 14 tonight. I know I keep saying that, but it's crazy. I think there are 2 more for me to open. 1 more after this. I said it correctly. Yay! I also like that spelling. It's very unique, y'all. If you can't see the comments, it's Monica with a K. I think usually it's a C, so it's very interesting. Ooh, y'all. This is dark chocolate, and it is a dark chocolate linear hollow. As I said, they are from or near Hershey, Pennsylvania. So we have a chocolate trio. We already opened white chocolate. This is dark chocolate. Let me put the flash on it so you can see that gorgeous linear flame. Still getting used to holding the new phone with flash on the opposite side of the camera. It's so strange. But look at the hollow in this. Y'all, that's not even all the hollow. Look at some of the hollow that's settled on this side. Ugh. So gorgeous. We have... Oh, I thought we had 1 more polish to open. I am so confused. 4, 12, 13... Oh, no. No, that's right. 12, 13. I don't know. Maybe I can't count. I don't know, y'all. We're going to open this one, too, and see what it is. It'll be a surprise for all. Well, there are always surprises for all of us, but I feel like there's too many in here. This is... Oh! I didn't know this was in here. Okay. Super surprise. If anybody's excited for Polish Pickup Rewind, which starts this coming Friday, July 3rd through 6th, I have Hearts and Promises Rewind polish. I'm assuming this is the one they're going to be offering on their site, so they will probably have it at their table as well. I will confirm that. Where did my Post-its go? Y'all, if you are new here, I have ADHD, so I write a lot of things down for me to remember later. And I'm going to write this down so I can ask her after this. And then I will add that to the info description box here whenever I have that answer. So this is the PPU Rewind polish. It is called Passionate Pink Sunrise, and it is a hot pink polish with a pinky golden shimmer. I think you can see it right here on camera, but because it is so bright neon, it's not really showing up that well. Like the shimmer anyways. Chrissy says, ooh, did you just say they're based in Hershey, Pennsylvania? I believe so. They are near or based there because we have a Hershey trio, and they sent Hershey chocolate straight from the factory. So the way their trio is going to work, I got 1 more to open, but the way their trio is going to work, it's 3 polishes, $12 each. If you buy more than 3, you get them for $10, and that's mix and match with sets. You can buy the trio. I have 1 more to open. 1 more as I put 2 fingers. I guess I'm 4 years old. If you buy the trio, you can get a candy bar of your choice. They have, we'll go ahead and open this bag now. Again, mine have melted, and I'm kind of worried they're like reset together, so I may not be able to peel them apart. Oh, no, they did. Okay, y'all, they are so melted. It's been so warm. So if you purchase the trio, you will get your choice of milk chocolate, special dark, or is it a cookies and cream or is it a white? It just says your choice of... Oh, white, milk, or chocolate. Okay, so you get your choice of a white, milk, or chocolate bar straight from Hershey, Pennsylvania. So you will get your choice of a chocolate bar if you buy the trio. They also have another special part of their trio that you can get a different item. And if you purchase that with that item, you also get your choice of one of the 3 candy bars. And for the first 100 people who shop at their booth, you will get a little bag of Hershey Kisses, which are also straight from the factory in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Y'all, I didn't open these. I did take that out of the package. Well, I let my package sit on my counter for 24 hours so things would cool off. And then I was like, I need to see what's in here and make sure nothing broke. And those were still squishy. So those got put in the fridge. I didn't even open the little satchel, but one of these definitely melted. But yes, if you are the first 100 people to check out at their booth, you get this cute little baggie of Hershey Kisses, again, straight from the Hershey's factory in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Ooh, I just dropped one. Usually we don't pick up stuff on camera, y'all, but I gotta make sure that Maple doesn't eat that. You know, she's a gremlin. She is we call her a little truffle pig. She finds anything and everything. So yes, super fun additive to that as well. Chrissy said, love supporting local. Good to know. Chrissy, are you from that area? I knew you were but are you from that area? Hello, LJ Natural Nails. Welcome in. I am showing off Hearts and Promises offerings for the Polish Beauty Expo. We are having comment problems. Y'all, I'm sorry if I sound like a parrot repeating myself, but I do want you to know that it is not your fault if you can't see comments. Instagram's having an issue, so I will be reading all the comments as we go, as I always do, but you're definitely going to get to be part of the chat no matter what. One last polish, y'all. This is our milk chocolate from the Hershey's Trio, and it is a beautiful milk chocolate brown. Also a linear hollow. So here it is with flash to show the flame. Chrissy said that's such a cute idea. I love that, and y'all, I love me some chocolate. So yeah, I'm very excited. Chrissy said, I'm in Philly, so not super close, but still in Pennsylvania. Fair enough. You probably get asked that all the time, are you close to Hershey's? Y'all, this was a shimmer, but now I'm was it also a hollow since the others were hollow? Maybe not. But this is our trio. So we have white chocolate, milk chocolate, and dark chocolate. Again, if you purchase the trio, you will get your choice of a white, milk, or dark chocolate candy bar. Jen said, I'm a chocoholic. Dude, I love me some chocolate. I always feel guilty because the dogs. So Kevin always has a non-chocolate snack if I'm having chocolate. Or I take a bath most nights, or often anyways, and Kevin will bring me a piece of chocolate while I'm in the bath. So that's my guilty pleasure time. Monica says, I live 30 minutes away from what got cut off. Jen said, Special Dark is my favorite, and she lives 30 minutes away from Hershey, so you get special chocolate all the time. Okay, y'all, we have one more thing in the package. I told you I was skirting around it the whole time. Last thing, which I'm excited to see. I know about it, haven't seen it, haven't smelled it. There's another hint. We have chocolate scented soap. I'm very excited. When she reached out to me originally, she was like, I have all these polishes, but would you be interested in the soap? And I was like, chocolate scented soap? I am very curious. If you don't want to send it, that's fine, but I am very curious about chocolate scented soap. So we have a chocolate scented soap here. Mandy said, I didn't realize Hearts and Promises was in Pennsylvania. I live right on the Ohio-Pennsylvania line, about an hour from Pittsburgh. Well, look at that. Chrissy said, I want the chocolate browns. Aren't they beautiful? Again, y'all, I don't know if these are exclusive to the show. I don't know if they'll be on her site later or not. I will ask that and get you that information as well. I did make a note for PPU Rewind and exclusives. And Monica says, I live 30 minutes from Hershey and go to the park every summer. That's so fun. I would love to go there. I feel like that's a bucket list item for me. It would just be super cool to see. Chrissy said, oh my God, soap, right? Yes, soap. So we have soap, and I told you it was chocolate scented. It is a chocolate scented oatmeal and shea butter soap. It is $8 each, or you can purchase this with the trio, and you're going to get the whole set for $35. So all 3 polishes and the soap, plus the extra choice of your candy bar for $35. So it makes it the soap essentially, it takes these from 12 each to 10 each, and the soap goes from $8 to $5. They do, I guess they're gonna have other colors of soap maybe or something, because you can do the soaps 3 for $20. They're all chocolate scented, which we're gonna now smell. Yeah, it smells like hot cocoa. It's delicious. It also has I don't know if y'all can see it. It's like a nubby kind of thing. So it's kind of like a massagey soap bar too. I'm very excited to use this. I'm not going to lie. It is approximately 4 ounces. That's what it says on the thing. It also very much says, do not eat, in all capital letters. I appreciate that because it does smell good, y'all. This smells absolutely delicious. I'm not going to take it out just yet because it's going to stick to my, not stick, but I'm going to put it on my glass desk, and I don't want the residue on my desk. But y'all know I'm going to be using this. It smells like chocolate. This might make you hungry. Again, do not eat it. But I'm so excited for this. When she told me that there was going to be a chocolate soap, I was like, chocolate soap. Chrissy said chocolate soap in all caps. That's a good deal, right? Yeah. So again, all their polishes are $12. If you buy more than 3 though, it makes them $10 a piece. And then if you buy it in the trio, then your soap also gets discounted too. So super, super good deal. Okay. That's everything open finally. I told y'all 14 polishes, which then turned into /15 because we had the surprise of having their polish pickup rewind polish. I know nothing of it. I know, oh, you know what? Wish listing is open. By the way, there's a reminder that PPU is open. Ooh, wish listing is open, but it may not be on the PPU site. Let's find out together. Let's do some online sleuthing here. Mandy said, my mom always awarded us for good grades. We would get to pick a trip each year. You know what? My fat butt picked a trip to Hershey one year. That's not fat butt. That's amazing. I would do it too. A kid's dream. You have to picture that's like Willy Wonka, right? You have to be like, ooh, that's like the chocolate factory. Like I would do it too if I was even remotely close. But I'm sure my Pennsylvania people all the time, people are like, oh, you're close to Hershey, right? Like we have a place here that's pretty popular called Lambert's. And it's a country southern food, and they have giant rolls that they throw across the building to you. Like when the rolls come out hot, they chuck them at you. And every time we're like, oh, we're from South Missouri. People are like, oh, you're by Lambert's. And I'm like, yeah, it's right down the street, 4 hours, you know, like, so I'm sure you get that all the time of, oh, you must be close to Hershey, you know? Anyways, polish pickup before we, oh, that's, y'all, I searched Polish Beauty Expo so many times that is where my word polish took me first. All right, polish pickup, and we're going to search and see if this is on their site or if it's going to be on her site. Okay, I don't see it. Their official PPU site one is going to be Beam Me Up. So I'm going to assume that Passionate Pink Sunrise will be available on Hearts and Promises website for polish pickup. I don't have any more details about that. I don't know if it's going to be at PBE. I don't know its price. I don't know its description. I know nothing about it. It was a surprise. I'm sorry. Hello, Tori. Welcome back. Sorry about earlier and having to jump out. It still didn't fix comments, so just know that your comments may or may not show up to you and others, but they will show up to me. So far, I haven't seen any that I haven't seen. LJ Natural Nail says, I love Lambert's. I do too. And there are multiple locations in Missouri, and then I think we have one in Illinois and Kentucky. I think they have 4 locations total. I do love it too. My family used to take a yearly trip to go to it. We haven't been in a few years. Maybe I need to go again soon because it is so good, y'all. They got Southern food to the wazoo, and you never leave that place hungry. It's absolutely fantastic. So if you're ever in the area by Lambert's, I highly recommend you check it out. But all right, so we now have 15 polishes, and if y'all want me to swatch the PPU so you can see it, I will swatch the PPU. If y'all think 14 is enough, we'll put it to the side. But let me know. And I don't even know if she meant to send me that, if I'm being honest. But yeah. I'm like looking around for my PPU wheel because I kind of feel weird putting it on the other wheel. So if we do that one, I will pull that wheel out. We will figure that out when we come to it. Carrie is back. Welcome back, Carrie. The comments have not been fixed. It's an Instagram glitch tonight, so I'm just reading all the comments as usual. Tori said, hey, Chels. No worries. Gotta love technology. Dude, it's been super rough. I swear every live we have something weird. We dealt with issues of my sound going out. We dealt with people getting kicked out. Now we're dealing with no comments. I don't even know what's happening. LJ says there's also a Lambert's in Alabama. I did not know that. That is good to know. Okay, Carrie, we just finished. She says she sees them now, so we'll see if it sticks. Some people said they could see them and then they disappeared again. So I'm still reading them like I always do. We just finished opening everything. We have 14 PBE polishes, 1 random polish pickup rewind polish, which I'm going to assume she's going to have at the show, y'all. Not guaranteed, but I'm going to assume. A lot of brands will do that because if you don't know, or maybe you're new to polish pickup, rewind month is where brands can bring back a polish. It can be any polish they've ever done for polish pickup. Technically, they can bring back 2. They can bring back 1 to sell on Polish Pickup's website the month or the weekend of it, which this year is the 3rd through 6th, and they can pick 1 polish to sell on their own website. They can sell it for the whole month of July. They can sell it for a period of July, but it's only available in July. And a lot of brands will bring their website one with them to PBE. So I'm going to assume that's what's happening because it's in my PBE package, but I am going to reach out to Chrissy. My brain stopped again. I'm going to reach out to Chrissy after the live. She does have dinner plans tonight, which is why she hasn't popped in yet, and that's totally cool. But I will reach out to her after the live and get that information, and I will add that to the description box here and YouTube. Carrie said, oh good, I figured I missed most. I have a friend that does Chiro adjustments for my older dogs, and she got here right when you had to reboot. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never had thought about chiropractors on dogs, but it makes sense. Yeah, so I just opened. We haven't swatched anything yet. Tori says, real quick, my normal nail buddy is no longer coming to PBE, so I might try to sit you at meet and greet if you don't mind. Of course, of course. I will tell you, because I am as press, I eat. That is my meal for the night. So I will sit down. I will be eating. I never know what I don't like necessarily pick a brand table. I just find an empty spot and I sit down. So I will be sitting and eating. My husband will also be with me. And then I will be running around as usual, chatting and taking pictures for press and all that stuff. So I may not be sat for that long, but you are more than welcome to sit with us. Of course. Absolutely. Okay. I think that is everything opened. We talked about PBE. I have information to share with y'all. And then we're going to get into all these beautiful, beautiful swatches. And again, y'all, this soap, it smells so good. Okay. I feel super over the place tonight. Let me flip you around. Maybe. Hello. Flipped. No. Why do you not do the things? There we go. Flipped you around. Scooching you down. All right, here is the info tonight. I know it's a lot, but we got a lot of stuff going on tonight. So Carrie said, yeah, the adjustments help them a lot. They do, they get done weekly. That's really cool. I'll have to keep that in mind. In all honesty, we, well, at some point I say we, but Kevin really could care less. I want a third dog, especially because Waffles is getting a little bit up there. And I really, really want a dachshund, but I do know that they are notorious for back problems. So it is good to know that you can get a chiropractic adjustment. So maybe that's something to keep in mind if I do end up with a dachshund. I'm not actively shopping, looking, anything like that, y'all. I have a customer who does breed dachshunds, so like I would probably go through them if we went that route. I'm also very much a rescue person, so whatever we find will be what we get when the time is right. Also, I just realized one of my lamps went out. That's weird. I'll have to see if I can get that back on before we get into these, but yeah, so I'm definitely looking curious about a dachshund currently. See if I can get that light back on, y'all. There we go. I don't know why it turned off. That was weird. Let's see. My comments have not disappeared, but they got smaller. So tonight's info, though, is everything here. Again, this is all for the Polish Beauty Expo, July 18th and 19th in Tinley Park. We have the Hershey Trio. There are 3 polishes that are $12 each. If you buy more than 3 polishes at the Hearts and Promises table, they will be $10 each, whether you buy full collections or not. That chocolate soap is $8 on its own. If you buy the set with the soap, it's $35, and you get to pick a white, milk, or chocolate candy bar straight from Hershey, Pennsylvania. And then if you just buy the trio, you also get the candy bar option. Then we have the 3 Chicago limited editions. They are $12 each. You buy more than 3, they're $10. The traditional Christmas set, which is 4 polishes, again, same $12 or $10 if you buy more than 3. The bold Christmas set, 4 polishes in that, same pricing. And then they do have all 8, so you'll get both Christmas collections, all 8 polishes bundled, ready to go for only $75. But she's only doing 25 of these sets available, but you can get all 8 of these together for an even larger discount. And then the first 100 customers to purchase gets a bag of kisses directly from Hershey's, Pennsylvania. So that is tonight's info. If anybody wants to screenshot that, I'll bring it back at the end like I always do. Carrie said acupuncture too. I did that myself though. Oh, that's intriguing too. I've actually been curious personally about acupuncture. It gives me slightly heebie-jeebies, but like I also am curious about the relief benefits of it. Hello, Ursuline. Welcome in. I love that you wrote that part in red and green, Jen. I mostly wanted to make sure that you understood it was both collections, because like these were on, instead of doing an 8-piece Christmas selection, she did 2 4-piece collections, but I wanted to make sure that like you get both of these. I don't know. It also felt festive. Y'all know me. I like to, any reason to be themey, right? Ursuline waved. Welcome in. Know that we are having comment issues tonight. So your comments may not show up to the group and group comments may not show up to you, but I am reading all of them. We've done everything we can think of to fix that tonight and it hasn't worked. This is all the information. I will bring this back at the end of the night like I always do. Let's see, what did I miss? I totally did miss Tori. She said, I normally sit and eat and then run around too. Just we were doing PBE alone again. I would bring hubby, but he didn't want to come. That's totally fine. You are more than welcome to hang out with us and tag along and get on with the Simply Nailing It craziness that always happens. All right, a couple more info screen stuff tonight. We have our Polish Beauty Expo info. So again, if y'all are new to the show, this is the info that they send out in goodie bags. They start sending these out so early, y'all. I think we start getting these in like Polish Pickups and then other brands in like September, October. But this is that information, and you can go to polishbeautyexpo.com to read out more about the site. This is where you can actually purchase your tickets at. I'm sure there's a link here that will link you here, but that is the PBE info if anybody wants to screenshot that. Again, I will bring it back at the end of the video like I always do. And then last thing to show you is the vendor list. So this is our current vendor list. There are 40 plus vendors who will be at the show. This list has been updated a couple times because sometimes brands have to back out for family reasons or, you know, just other things. We are getting closer to the show. This gets updated daily on the Polish Beauty Expo Facebook group. Christy Rose is really good about updating this. And before we do our lives, I do double check that there have been no changes. So this is the current one as of today. Perfect. Again, if you guys want to screenshot that, brands should start in the next week or so. They'll start posting their shopping list. So if you are looking forward to any of these brands, I highly recommend you also find their Facebook group so you can see spoilers, sneak peeks, swatches, all that stuff in those groups. Because there are so many vendors, the PBE Facebook group is going to get a little bit bogged down and you might miss something. And again, when those shopping lists come out, then you can start making your own shopping list for the whole event if that's your jam. But that's all 40 plus brands attending. And as I said, tonight is Hearts and Promises. I'm going to try it. Y'all, I do not have any room on my desk right now because, again, we've opened 15 polishes. So I'm just going to kind of scoot things out of my way. And we're going to go down the list as we always do for the ADD purposes. I am trying to keep them kind of like bundled together here so that it's easier for me to find stuff. I'm going to show off this soap one more time. Again, these are going to be $8 a piece. They are 4 ounces approximately. They're an oatmeal and shea butter base, and they are chocolate scented. $8 a piece or 3 for $20, or you can get it as the part of the chocolate trio. Here's the 3 polishes for that. So the chocolate trio, why is everything upside down, Chelsea? I don't know. It's what we did. But you can get the polishes and the soap for $35 altogether. So, and y'all, it does smell like chocolate. Like, I definitely understand the disclaimer of do not eat because it smells so good. I also love the little nubbies. I'm very excited to use this. It smells so good. All right, as far as polishes go, I'm going to go down the list so that my ADHD doesn't get too off track tonight. We are continuing on our Polish and Beauty Expo swatch feel. These were some of the cupcake offerings that I showed off last night if you'd like to check out that live. I have already shown off Victorian Varnish, Sassy Sauce, Aura Bloom Polish, 1422 Polish, and Twinkle Hex Polish. So you can watch those lives here or on YouTube. YouTube has a specific playlist for the Polish and Beauty Expo lives. So if you want to go check out those, you can do that. But tonight, again, Hearts and Promises. And we are going to start off with our Chicago limited edition set. The first one there is Mystery Moon. Ooh, really quick question. So usually, y'all, we do first coats of everything, and then we go through and do second coats or third if needed. How do we feel about doing full polishes tonight? Like finish a polish, move on to the next, just because there are so many. Let me know. Someone comment. Honestly, first comment is probably what I'm going to do unless we have multiple back-to-back comments. But yeah, let me know. I just feel like there's so many tonight that it might be better to do each polish on its own tonight so you can see 1 coat, 2 coat, 3 coat build up. Because I feel like 15 polishes, we're going to get back and you're like, wait, what was first coat? What was second coat? I just feel like for consistency tonight, so you can actually see it, I think that might be the best way just because there are so many. Okay. Holly said, go ahead. And Jen said, I'm cool with that. All right. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I know that's not what we usually do for single brand things, but I think it's just going to make it a little bit more consistent and easier for you to actually see the buildup of each polish in 1, 2 / if we need third coats, and label shots. I just feel like that might make it a little bit easier tonight in this case. Tori said, sounds good to me. Perfect. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn on my air filter, and y'all, I am going to get a drink because I've already been talking for an hour. I cannot believe it's been an hour already. Here's your reminder to hydrate and get cozy. Grab a snack. Again, y'all, 15 polish. We're going to be here for a while. All right. So, as I said, Mystery Moon is going to be our first one here. This is from the Chicago limited edition polishes. So I assume that these are probably not going to make it unless there are overpours. Again, I don't have that full information. I will ask Chrissy later. This one is a deep, dark sapphire blue polish with blue and purple Aurora shimmer. It's a beautiful blue. All polishes, one more time, y'all, are going to be $12 each. If you buy more than 3 polishes at the Hearts and Promises table, you will get them for $10 each. So you get a discount the more you buy there. First coat. All right, we are a little bit thin on that first coat, but not too bad. I think the second coat will build it beautifully. I do foresee this one being a 3-coater for my chronic 3-coaters, and that's totally fine. It's got a beautiful, beautiful shimmer. Again, like I said, opacity, not super. Like, we definitely want a second coat. It did self-level beautifully. Holly said, has she been to PB before? No, this is her first year as part of the Polish and Beauty Expo. I am very excited to meet her and to show off these gorgeous, gorgeous polishes. As I said earlier, she was Turtle Tootsie Polish and rebranded to Hearts and Promises a few years ago. And I have shopped from both sites. Y'all, I feel like we are not focusing properly tonight. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. But yes, I have bought from both names. And they're just so good. I'm very excited to meet her at the show. Beautiful, beautiful blue. Let's go ahead and do a second coat here. Holly said, oh, fun. Yes, I'm super excited. I'm very excited for all the new brands who are going to be there. This is the biggest show they've had yet. They've actually expanded the shopping room to add even more brands. So I'm super excited. Oh, yeah, we are definitely opaque in 2. Again, my chronic 3-coaters, y'all might want a third just because you do a third. Hello, Michelle. Welcome back. But I'm happy with this in 2. It hides that pink, y'all. Beautiful shimmer. Super pretty, extra glowy. Holly says, I have a Crelly from her. It is wonderful. Michelle said, hi, everyone, and she waved. Oh, it's an official live. We got polish on there. Michelle was finishing watching Attack of the Clones with my son. Well, I'm glad that you got some sun time. This is so pretty. We are showing off these polishes tonight, Michelle, individually. I'm going to finish each polish because there are so many, and this way you can actually see the way they apply and layer and all that jazz. So here is your 2-coat label shot of Mystery Moon from the Chicago Limited Edition set. Next from that collection, we have Polished Princess, which is our purple. Polished Princess is a purple blue multi-chrome polish with blue, purple, and pink Aurora shimmer. This one's super flashy. Look at that pink. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's get it on that swatch wheel. I expect this one to apply much like the first one, where that first coat is a little bit thin, but I think the second coat will do fine. It did. Again, it self-leveled gorgeously, though. There's no streaks in that. You can definitely see the blue, purple, and then that pink at the very edge. Are these all PBE? So these will all be available at PBE. I do not know if they are all exclusive to PBE. They are all new polishes. These are things they have not sold before. So it would be my assumption that things will be available on the site afterwards, but I don't 100% know. I have made a note of that to ask Chrissy after the live. She had dinner plans tonight, which totally fine. Y'all, I understand that your life doesn't add up with my life always. So, but I will reach out to her and confirm that. I will add that information to the description here and YouTube once I have it. I do know that what I'm showing off first here are labeled as a 3 Chicago limited edition. So I'm going to assume that these are probably show exclusives and then potential overpours online if she has them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So this was the first coat, y'all, of Polished Princess. Let's do the second coat. Yes, look at that. You can see the pink even more on that second coat. Oh, y'all, my nose itches. Michelle says, okay. Ooh. Opacity-wise, again, I'm quite happy with this in 2. I do think that this one could benefit from a 3rd if you are a 3rd coater or you really, really, really want to up that multi-chrome shimmer. I think for me and my natural nails, I will be okay in 2 on this one. So pretty, that shimmer and shift. Love it. And get you a label shot of that one. So that is Polished Princess in 2 coats. And then last from our 3 Chicago limited editions is Shine On Friends. And this one is a pink, copper, green chameleon base with red, orange, aurora shimmer. It is super, super pretty. You can see that shimmer glowing in the bottle. Beautiful. Let's get it on the wheel next to its friends here. First coat of Shine On Friends. Again, same vibe as the other 2. It's a little bit thin on that first coat, but its formula is beautiful. Jen said this one is so good to, I think that was to Polish Princess finish, but it could be to this one in the bottle. Because it is beautiful. Yeah, my Amazon driver just walked up, deliver person, but there's a lot of noises happening out there. And I am confused. There should not be noises on my porch. There's not even room to make noises on my porch. You walk up 5 steps and then you're in the door. I don't know what's happening. You can see the shimmer on this one, opacity-wise. Definitely want a second coat here. But the glow. Ugh. She's so pretty. Okay, let's do our second coat. I'm very excited to see some depth form on this second coat. Are we in the middle of the camera? Yes. Okay, there we go. Yes, look at that shimmer and glow. Jen said this one, the 3rd, forgot the name already. I feel that, Jen. This one is Shine On Friends. This is the one that she said is so good with a yes emoji. And yes, I say it that way. This is so pretty. And we got even more dimension on that second coat. Opacity. Again, I'm quite happy in 2. I do know my chronic 3rd coaters. Jen said I'd want a 3rd coat of this one. I knew it. I was literally going to say, like Jen and Chrissy, you're probably going to do a 3rd coat because I know you're 3 coaters. I am lazy and impatient, so I'm quite happy with 2, and I think this will be perfect on my natural nails in 2. If you are a 3rd coater or you wear clear extensions or have a super visible nail line, you may want 3, but I think it is fine in 2. It's beautiful and shimmery and shifty, and it goes so great with the other 3. Other 2, but all 3. Chrissy says yes, 3 coats. Yeah, Chrissy's my other chronic 3 coaters, and that's totally fine. Here is a screenshot. Shine On Friends in 2 coats. Next, we're going into our Hershey's trio. So we have those 3 beautiful chocolate-inspired polishes. First one is going to be milk chocolate here. Milk chocolate is a medium chocolate crelly with hollow and pink shimmer. You can already see the hollow, linear hollow in there, but I will put the flash on it so we can show it off even more. Yes, look at the flame. I do see, do y'all see that flaky there? It could just be a rogue flaky from the polish mixing room, you know what I mean? But I definitely do see a rogue flaky there. Let's see if anything comes out of the bottle that way. Let's see. Chrissy said, so excited for the Hershey trio. And Michelle said, chocolate, yum. And then she also sent the distorted face emoji. Yes, so we have the chocolate trio inspired by Hershey's because they are from or near Hershey's, Pennsylvania. If you buy the trio, you will get your choice of a milk, dark chocolate, or white chocolate candy bar. The first 100 people to check out at Hearts and Promises table will get a baggie of Hershey's Kisses. All of these are directly from the factory in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And then you also have the option to buy the trio with the chocolate scented soap, which will also get a chocolate bar if you purchase it that way as well. I feel like we have some micro flakies in here, y'all. I'm not positive, but I definitely feel like some. It's, again, a little thin on that first coat, but I think the second coat will be perfect. Very, very cute. Definitely getting the milk chocolate vibes with this one. Let's do our flash to show off the hollow some more. Yes, look at those rainbows. Gorgeous. Let's do a second coat here of milk chocolate. Delicious. I feel like there needs to be a warning on these, like the soap that says do not eat. Because if that ain't milk chocolate brown, y'all. Opacity. Again, I'm quite happy with this in 2 coats. I think y'all will be too. So sparkly. That is just under the arch light. And if we put the flash on it, trying not to knock the bottle over. I left it in an awkward spot. Here we go. You can see all the rainbows in that hollow. Jen says, I don't reach for brown like ever, really, but a sexy brown is always a weakness. This is so rich and just beautiful. Definitely nailed the milk chocolate with this one. For sure. Let me get a label shot for you. This is your 2 coats of milk chocolate. Again, all polishes I'm showing you tonight are $12 each or $10 if you buy 3 or more polishes from the Hearts and Polishes table. Next, in our Hershey's trio, we have our dark chocolate. What is your guys' favorite type of chocolate? Are you dark, milk, white? Do you prefer filling? Do you prefer it plain? What's your go-to? I am typically a milk chocolate. I do like additives. I really like a salted caramel chocolate. We bought these truffles at Sam's recently that there was like a peach, a strawberry, a coconut, and a salted caramel, and they were so good. I sadly could not find them again when we went last time, so that was like my little treat every night was to have one of those. Michelle says she likes milk. Dark chocolate, by the way, is a deep dark brown linear hollow. We did have some settling, y'all. These came in about a week and a half ago, I think. So they have been sitting for a little bit, but you can no doubt see all the beautiful hollow already mixed in with that brown. I will give it a little bit of a shake before I swatch it here, but there's no doubt it has tons and tons of hollow. I mean, look at all that settled. And there's all this still over on this side. So I will give it a shake before we get into it. Frida said, Cadbury milk chocolate. Ooh, we went even specific brand there. If I'm just going to eat a plain chocolate bar, y'all, I do go for Hershey's. I want a Hershey's milk chocolate bar. But I do like a good mix of different chocolates and types. So Magda said milk or dark depends on my mood, never white. I don't mind white chocolate. I do prefer the Hershey's cookies and cream because I like having the texture, the crunchy bits in there. But yeah, I'm not against white chocolate. It's just a little bit sweet, so it has to be paired with something. I don't want just straight white chocolate. Let's get a coat here of our dark chocolate. fun fact, did you guys know that dogs can have white chocolate because there is no cocoa in it, and it is the cocoa that causes issues? Here's our first coat. You know, it seems slightly similar to our milk, but milk has that pink pull to it, and the chocolate is a little bit deeper, which second coat's going to really show that, but right now, first coat, they look slightly similar. I mean, y'all, they are both chocolate, so that makes sense too. Again, we want a second coat here. She's just a little bit thin, but you can see the hollow sparkles in there already. Jens is not a fan of white chocolate at all. Yeah, I like it, but I like it paired. I don't want it by itself typically. And Carrie said, darker the chocolate, more the toxic. Yes, 100%, which I have found that out the hard way because on 2 occasions, my dogs have gotten into chocolate. So the first step was just, it was jellies coated in milk chocolate. And she actually got sick because she ate it all so quickly. So they were not concerned with that one. The second time it was 70% dark chocolate and they ate quite a bit. So we did have to go to the vet and have, you know, charcoal and peroxide and all that funness. Hello, Danielle. Oh boy, do we have a government name? No, we do not. Welcome in. Let me know how to pronounce your handle or what you would like me to call you. I am showing off Hearts and Promises offerings for the Polish Beauty Expo. Right now on the screen is our first coat of dark chocolate. There is a Hershey's inspired trio. This is it with flash, so y'all can see the hollow. Again, so many beautiful rainbows in there. I did say it right. Okay, I will probably still say it wrong the next time. That is the ADHD, and I'm just really bad at pronouncing things. So I apologize in advance if I do mess it up again. Also, a quick note, Instagram's chat is not cooperating right tonight, so you may not see comments from other viewers, but I am reading all of the comments as I typically do during my lives. So you still will very much be part of the chat and conversation. It just may not pop up on your screen. Some people it's working for, some people it's not. So there's that. This is our second coat of dark chocolate, and we definitely can see that difference between the milk and the dark now. It is so deep and luscious. If you are a brown lover, I can definitely tell you you're going to want this one. It's so pretty. I can see this being used for so many gorgeous fall manis. Opacity, perfect in 2, in my opinion. And again, you can see the linear hollow. Look at that flame already, and that is just under the arch light. If we get the flash out, you can see the hollow even more. Michelle said, I thought I was losing my mind, and she sent the distorted face emoji that I can't put on screen right now because I'm holding a swatch wheel and a flashlight. Well, a phone, but I'll get to it in a second, Michelle. Nope, it's the whole chat. We tried to fix it. I closed out the live in the beginning and came back. Here's our distorted face emoji that Michelle sent. I totally turned it off, came back in, and I closed out the app and everything, and I know I'm updated, so it is definitely an Instagram problem tonight. Hopefully it will not be a problem later. Y'all know we got plenty of lives. I have, I think, 4 more PBE lives and then just our normal lives as we always do. So here is our 2-coat label shot of dark chocolate. Michelle said, I was thinking, is everyone really this quiet? Nope. I mean, I feel like we've had a couple comment lulls tonight, but yeah, it's just comments not working. So I am reading every single comment as it comes through. So even if you're responding to each other, I am reading them, I promise. Beautiful. Okay, we have one more in the gorgeous Hershey trio. We've got our white chocolate. White chocolate is a white crelly with gold shimmer and sparks. Very pretty. Now we are on a semi-opaque swatch wheel, so the white opacity of this may not show quite as boldly or perfectly as it will on a natural nail, but it will get us vibes here. The first coat. Sorry, y'all. And you can definitely see with the tip up here, first coat is not bad considering this is a white crelly, y'all. Chrissy, I'm on the quiet side tonight because I'm painting hubby's nails. Ooh, fun. What color is he getting? You can see that beautiful gold shimmer and the larger flecks that pick up the light. Opacity, she's not bad in one. I'm actually quite surprised at that in one coat. So I'm excited to see that in two. Also, y'all, I cannot water marble, but can you imagine the three of these marbled together? Ugh, how good would that be? But that golden shimmer, super, super pretty. That's the first coat of white chocolate. Again, y'all, you can buy these as a trio. And if you do purchase the trio, you will get your choice of a white milk or chocolate or dark chocolate bar from Hershey, Pennsylvania. You also get a discount if you buy more than 3 polishes. So instead of 12 each, you'll get the trio for 30, which makes them 10 each. And you have that wonderful chocolate scented soap you can buy on its own for 8, or part of the set, which will drop the price down to 35 for 3 polishes and the soap, and you get your choice of that chocolate bar. Beautiful. Opacity, I'm not mad at that in 2. I think on a natural nail, it'll be okay. I do think my chronic 3-coaters, Chrissy, Jen, you may want a third. I think personally, I also don't have a super strong visible nail line, though I say that and I feel like it's getting stronger. I don't know if that's even a possibility. I don't know if it's an age thing, if it's a wear thing, I don't know, but I do feel like my line's getting a little bit stronger, but I still feel like this would be acceptable in 2. And of course, that gorgeous golden shimmer. Very, very pretty. Definitely spot on for a chocolate trio here. Here is your screenshot. 2 coats of white chocolate. Chrissy, matte black and a dark blue shimmer on top, one hand, and the other hand is matte black with a black blue magnetic on one nail and a red black magnetic on one other nail, making him fancy. That sounds super cool. Feel free to send me pictures of it, Chrissy. That sounds really cool, and I love that he does his nails. Kevin would definitely let me do his nails. He wouldn't care about doing them, but he would let me do them. I used to swatch when we buy polishes in stores, y'all. I used to swatch on Kevin if my nails were done. Test my polishes out before I bought them at Walmart, you know, like we all did back in the day. And he would let me paint his nails, but he could, you know, either which way wouldn't care about having his nails painted. Plus, we do so much with our hands to the shop that they would probably chip fairly quickly. Jen says, I used to have a white like this, was only a mini, and I used it up so fast. So what I'm hearing, Jen, is that you need this one. That's what I'm hearing. Hello, Fire Evolution, which I probably said wrong, but it is Miss Anna. Welcome, Miss Anna. I saw your post about your broken wrist, arm, shoulder, part of your arm. I'm so sorry that happened, and I'm really bummed that you're not going to be at PBE this year. I'm actually showing off Hearts and Promises polishes coming to Polish and Beauty Expo. Chrissy said, this is only the second time, but it's 2 days in a row. That's super fun, Chrissy. Michelle said, Chrissy, your nails, whose nails are you doing? Her boyfriend's. And Jen said, I think I do. Yeah, Jen, you need this one. You do need it. Next, y'all, we're going into our Christmas in July theme, which I already told y'all. I'm super excited that brands are embracing this. I love Christmas in July. My birthday is in July. I want to put my tree up one year for it. I love Christmas in July. So we have 2 sets. We have a traditional Christmas set and we have a bold Christmas color set. I'm going to start with our traditional Christmas set here, starting off with Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells is a purple linear hollow with fuchsia metallic flakes, which there we go. They're kind of settled. Again, y'all, these came a little bit ago, but you can see those fuchsia flakes here. Anna said, oh, thank you. I'll be missing you all. I have my fairy ready. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you'll still be able to get your hands on these. I do know a lot of brands plan for overpours, so things will be available on websites. I'm not 100% sure of what I'm showing tonight will be available on the website, but I'm sure some things will be. Here it is with flash, so you can see that linear hollow even more. I love the fuchsia flakes in this. It's such a fun extra little pop. Chrissy said that purple is stunning. I completely agree with you, Chrissy. Let's get our first coat here on the swatch wheel. Whoop! Y'all, I almost put it over white chocolate. I did not totally see it through the camera, and I almost put it right over top of it. Oh, yes, I love the little fuchsia flakes. Those little pink just sparkles on there. We have more polish. Definitely alive now, y'all. Opacity definitely needs a second coat. But so far, everything to me has been good in 2 coats. I think this will be great in 2 coats. Anna, I'm going to assume you accidentally hit the request to join button. I mean, if you want in, I'll let you in, but I'm going to assume you didn't mean to do that. Jen said, this is more opaque than I expected. I agree. It's such a pretty purple. I'm excited for the second coat because, again, I think we're just going to have more depth and dimension to it. Let's get the flash and show that linear hollow. Tori said, hey, Anna, love you. We'll be missing you every minute at PBE this year. My Polish buddy for life. Yes. We have adopted Tori. She is going to hang out at the meet and greet with us and chill. She will not be alone, I promise. Michelle says, ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Look at it with the flash, that linear hollow, y'all. And then you get those little fuchsia pops. Stunning. Let's do our second coat. Again, this one is Jingle Bells from our traditional Christmas set. Again, these are all $12 each, or if you buy more than 3 polishes from Hearts and Promises table, you will get them for $10 a piece. Ooh, look at how deep that got on that second coat, y'all. Yes, look at that. Opacity, yes. Perfect in 2, in my opinion. Again, we got chronic 3-coater, so maybe you want a 3rd. I think 2 is perfect. It has so much depth on that second coat. And again, the little pops of pink are just an added little touch. And flash on it. Yes. So fun. Love this purple. This is so rich and beautiful. Tori said, I appreciate your Chels. Plus, I know you and Hubs are a good time, so I'm excited. Well, we are excited to see you again. It has just occurred to me that as press, I don't know if I will be in their meet and greet early or not. So if you don't see me in line, you'll find me inside, I promise. You know I'll have some sort of crazy hair. You'll be able to notice me, I'm sure. I just don't know meet and greet wise what press situation is there. I know I will be in shopping day early to take pictures of tables and stuff like that, but I don't know how meet and greet will work in that aspect. So pretty. Let me give y'all a label shot. Anna said, yay, thank you for taking care of my homie. Of course. Y'all, we're all Polish fam. Nobody gets left behind. Jen said, think I'd do 3, but it's borderline. I've gotten so much better using 2 coats. It also, I mean, y'all, it depends on the thickness. You know, I feel like slightly thicker coats. I wouldn't say I do thick coats. Maybe we call them medium coats. I'm not a thin coater. Again, y'all, I'm impatient and I'm lazy. So if we do 2 medium-ish coats, we get opacity and I can move on. Tori said, oh, yes, true that. I'm sure I'll find you. Yes, I'm sure you will. You know me. I'm loud and crazy and you can't really miss me. Gorgeous. 2 coats, Jingle Bells. Next from our traditional Christmas collection is going to be Oh Christmas Tree, our stunning green. Y'all know I'm so excited for these greens. Hello, Kiss Me Marv. We are showing off Hearts and Promises polishes coming to the Polish and Beauty Expo. Fair warning, the chat has been having issues tonight where they're just not showing for people. So if you don't see the chat, please know it's not a you issue and it's an Instagram issue, and I am reading all of the comments. So you are still very much part of our conversation. She says, hello, everyone. Jen says, I use 3 thin coats. Jill programmed me, chuckle. Yes, Jill is a 3 thin coat girly, and that is totally fine. However y'all want to do it. But again, I'm lazy. So we do 2 medium coats here. But speaking of coats, let's do our first coat here of Oh Christmas Tree. I did not read the description. Really quick. This is a green linear hollow with green metallic flakes. Totally spaced on that. I was just excited to paint it all on y'all. So good. Let's get it on here, and then I will do the flash on the swatch wheel. I know I didn't do it on the bottle, but I already had the bottle open and I didn't want to dump it everywhere trying to switch hands. So first coat, just like our purple, she a little thin. We don't mind a scrawny Christmas tree though. But we will do a second coat, which again, I'm sure will add to the depth there. Again, self-leveled gorgeously. I love the green flakes in there. It just adds another little element. Yeah, opacity definitely needs a second, but it is beautiful. Y'all know I'm a sucker for all the greens. I guess we'll take tally again this year of how many greens I buy at the show. Last year was absurd. Here it is with flash again, so you can see the beautiful linear hollow. Jen says this is a great green. I agree. And is it just me, or do the little green flakes kind of look like Christmas trees on it? Is it treeception? We got Christmas trees on our Oh Christmas Tree polish. Creasy says, oh, that green, and sent a green heart. It's so good. Let's do our second coat and see how she builds. I do, again, just like the beautiful purple, expect a lot more depth on this second coat. Yes, we got a little bit more flakes on that second coat too. Oh, I was not in the middle screen. Apologies. Beautiful. It's a very classic Christmas green. It's not a hunter green. It's not a moss green. It is just classic green. And again, I love the green flecks. Jen said, yes, I immediately thought Christmas tree. Yes, the green flakes make me think of Christmas trees on it. I think that's so fun. Opacity on 2. Again, I'm quite happy. My 3 coaters, you might want 3. I wonder how dry the purple is. We're not bad. You know what? I was wondering about those flakes. And they're laying down quite nicely, so I don't think you need a glitter grabber. I think these will be great just with plain old top coat on there. We love a flaky that doesn't need a smoother. Of course, you could always use a smoother on any polish, y'all. It just makes it extra juicy. But again, I'm impatient and lazy here, so if I don't got to do another step, I'm not going to do another step. Here it is with the flash. Look at the freaking rainbows in that. I'm still getting used to where the flash is on this new phone. It's so weird. My whole life it's been on the right side of the phone, and now it's on the left side of the phone, but look at that. Jen said, I'm so partial to green lately that my wedding ring has a moss agate stone instead of a diamond. I've seen your ring and it's gorgeous, and I like to think I've rubbed off a little green love on the community here. Maybe just a little bit. Love this. Oh, it's so good. So absolutely gorgeous. Definitely get the Christmas bauble decoration kind of vibes from these. So here is your label shot. 2 coats of Oh Christmas Tree. Ooh, if we can get it to stay on the bottle. There we go. Perfect. 2 more in our traditional Christmas collection. Next is going to be our Rudolph's nose, our beautiful red. I know we had some oohs and ahs and gasps when we opened it earlier. Rudolph's nose is a red linear hollow with red metallic flakes. Again, it's packed with flakes. I do think I'm going to give this one a quick shake. Or actually, you know what? Let's do our mix-up, because I did mention earlier, I was seeing 3 mixing balls in Hearts and Promises bottles, which I appreciate. Ooh, y'all. Oh, she's a strong one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. But I do appreciate the extra mixing balls to really get things moved up. So I'm just going to give it a quick shake with my magnet, get some of those flakes off the side of the bottle since it's settled. Again, these were shipped to me about a week and a half ago or so. So they've been sitting probably honestly on their sides in the package. I've had to keep the package up on the desk to make sure the dogs didn't get into any of the chocolate stuff, which is a little bit higher than my normal polished shelf for stuff. So, all right, let's do our first coat of Rudolph's nose. Ooh, let me put the hollow on it, the flash, to show the hollow this time since we failed at that last time. There we go. Ooh, it's like a sparkly ruby, y'all. So bright, very, very Christmassy. I'm excited to see this next to that green. Get our traditional Christmas red and green on here. Let's see it. First coat of Rudolph's nose. Maybe if I can get a hold of my thing. There we go. Somebody is doing fireworks. I'm just getting one boom occasionally. Here it is, first coat. You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised with the opacity of this one on the first coat based on the others, so I think the second coat's going to be perfect. Again, I love the addition of the flakes in here. Very fun. Here's your opacity check. Yeah, it still needs a second coat, but like pleasantly surprised on the first coat of this. Hello, Nails by Sissy Bananas. I love your handle. Do we have a government name listed? We do not. So I can either keep calling you Sissy Bananas, or you can let me know what you'd like me to call you, or I could just call you Sissy. Whatever you want, just let me know. I am showing off Hearts and Promises polishes coming to the Polish Beauty Expo July 18th and 19th in Tinley Park. I just bumped y'all. I'm sorry. Here is Rudolph's Nose with Flash. This is our first coat of it. Anna says, I have a Helmer drawer just for Christmas polishes. So pretty. That is super fun. So far, I've seen Hearts and Promises is doing some Christmas polishes. We have 8 tonight. And Cupcake Polish did a Christmas trio. I showed that off during the live last night. You can watch replays here or on my YouTube of that. There were 3 lovely polishes. Actually, my left hand, which we haven't done a what's on my hands yet. So let's do that here. My left hand is Cool Christmas, which is actually a thermal. I think you can kind of see it. It gets a lot darker blue, but it is quite warmer in here. I think it's even technically a trithermal, though it's not labeled that way. But this is Cool Christmas. And then my right hand is House Party from Cupcake Polish. Again, both of these are for the Polish and Beauty Expo. This is an exclusive. This is a charity polish. $5 for each bottle of this purchased at the show is be donating to the Chicago House, which is a charity in the Chicago area. And again, both available at the show. They are, of course, matted too. So keep that in mind. Of course, I will put that in our description box here and on YouTube like I always do, so y'all know what I'm wearing. And let's do our second coat of Rudolph's Nose. Yes, again, so luscious on that second coat. I'm loving the iconic green and red right next to each other. Anna said, I'll be on that replay for sure. Definitely do. Feel free to leave a comment. I respond to everyone's comments. I love reading y'all's comments. I think it's so fun. I love the community we have here and just the chat, and everyone's so nice and helpful to each other. We've been sharing recipes and tips and tricks lately. All right, second coat opacity test. Again, I'm quite happy in 2. Some of my chronic 3-coaters might want 3. But I'm quite happy with this in 2. I love those red flakes. This really does give me ruby vibes. And then I'm going to put the flash on it. And there it is with the hollow showing even more. So pretty. I can see this just being super sparkly under Christmas lights. Love it. Oh, what a beautiful red. We talk about it all the time, y'all. I don't wear a lot of red polishes. It was like a grown-up taboo thing when I was growing up, and now I feel like I'm still having an aversion because of that, but it is growing more on me, and I definitely wear it for Christmas and Valentine's Day, and this is just such an iconic red Christmas polish. So there's your label shot. 2 coats of Rudolph's Nose. I saw some hearts showing up on the screen, y'all. So good. We have one more from our traditional Christmas collection, and that's our beautiful blue. This one is First Noel. It's a blue linear hollow base with blue metallic flakes. So as you can see, the whole collection really vibes together with the hollow and the flakes. First coat going on of First Noel. Y'all, I just remembered we have that polish coming in the next set that I can't pronounce, so hopefully y'all can help me out with it. Here it is, first coat. Very similar vibe to the other 2. It needs a second coat, but is very pretty on that first coat. I feel like the hollow pops off on this one, kind of icy vibes with it. Also, 4th of July is right around the corner, y'all. We got a red and a blue. That would be perfect for that. So if you're only thinking Christmas because it is a Christmas-themed polish, definitely has other uses. I can see both of these being wonderful for some 4th of July manis. Or as I call it, family firework barbecue day, because that's what we're celebrating. We are celebrating time with our friends and family. And our anniversary. It is our wedding anniversary because it was just a day we were always together and we love barbecue and it was convenient. Plus we always get fireworks. I mean, who doesn't want fireworks for their anniversary, y'all? Here it is with the flash. Again, stunning linear hollow. I think last night I kept saying Cupcake Polish does hollow, but look at these from Hearts and Promises. Clearly, Chrissy knows what she's doing with the hollow too. Absolutely beautiful. Michelle says, whenever I can't pronounce or spell something, which is often, I ask Google. I feel that. She also sends a distorted face emoji. She keeps sending it tonight, or Michelle said that. Did I say Michelle? Anyways, I keep seeing the distorted face while my hands are full, so I can't put it on there yet, but so pretty. A lot of times I will Google it, or I will type it in and make my Siri say it, which then could not potentially be right too. Here's a distorted face emoji that Michelle has sent. Jen said, my birthstone is a sapphire, so blue is usually my B-Day polish. Isn't this really pretty, Jen? It's a very gorgeous blue. Let's do a second coat of First Noel. Anna said, I see Mardi Gras too. Ooh, yeah, with the purple and green. See, y'all. Very versatile. Just because they're labeled Christmas, don't get stuck on that idea. Again, I am very digging Christmas in July. I'm a big fan. I cannot wait for my Christmas Hallmark movies to start this weekend. One day, y'all, one day I'm going to get the energy and time and I'm going to put up my Christmas tree, or maybe a mini tree. I do have a mini purple fiber optic. Maybe I'll get that one out for my birthday. But yeah, one day I'm going to put up my tree for my birthday. Look at that blue and two coats. Opaque, luscious, delicious. We love it. Creases it. Oh my, that blue is perfect. And they all look so good together, aren't they? They're so good. Michelle said, you don't have to put up the face. Haha. No, I don't have to do it every time, but now it kind of feels like a habit and weird to not do it. Plus, it still makes me giggle every time I do it. But tonight, it just seems like my hands are always full when it pops up on the screen. I do think we have a little bit less chatting because y'all can't read each other's chats. So I feel like we're having less distorted face emojis tonight. Here it is with the flash to show off the hollow and sparkles. Again, y'all, I really love the metallic flakes combo in here. It's something new to me. I've never seen linear hollows with flakes like that. It's so fun. Jen says, I have a 4-foot rainbow tree with a Mario star that stays up all year. That is so fun, Jen. Jen, send me pictures of that. I need to see it. I need to see it. We have a Mario star that goes on the shop Christmas tree. We actually use our small plushies at work as ornaments. So there's Kirby's and Animal Crossing and Mario's and Pokemon and all kinds of just silly things on our tree at work. Here is your label shot. 2 coats of First Noel. When I was younger, younger, y'all. I kind of forget how old I am now. In high school and college, I still have it, a purple fiber optic tree because I wanted my own Christmas tree, but I had a really small room. It lights up, it changes colors. And then I was like, my room was crazy colors. It was a purple room and I had neon green and teal stripes on the walls. But my tree had flamingo garland. And I can't remember what the ornaments were now. They were just like little tiny ornaments and it was just so much fun. So I still have the tree. I still have all of its decorations even, but it hasn't been up in a few years. Creasy said, please do it so much. I know we can't have the face on a stick all the time, but like a bunch of times brings me so much joy, right? Isn't it so much fun? I love it. I think he's hilarious. I especially do really love like coming in just like creepy slow there and then like getting him out. So I think it's hilarious. So I will do it as often as I can. I know I can't always do it right on cue because again, I got steps in my hands, y'all, but we try. All right, we've got that was our traditional Christmas, all 4 of those. And now we have our bold Christmas colors, starting with Santa Tell Me. Also, y'all, she has put in quote or abbreviations after like the color, so I know to reach for the purple one. I appreciate that as someone with ADHD and not being able to always read the labels, so I appreciate that she made it a little bit easier to find stuff. So Santa Tell Me is the first one from our bold Christmas quad. This one is a dark violet purple base with purple blue shimmer. Super, super shifty. I'm definitely excited to see this out of the bottle and see how shifty it is. Chrissy said that's my favorite when it just creeps in quick and slow. Meyer Barrows just joined. Welcome, welcome. We're showing off some polishes that Hearts and Promises is bringing to the Polish and Beauty Expo in Tinley Park, July 18th and 19th. This one coming up is Santa Tell Me. It's a beautiful purple, bold, Christmas-inspired polish. Much like the others tonight, it does feel a little bit thin on that first, but the formula self-leveled and went on so pretty. Definitely think second coat will be beautiful and add even more to that shimmer. I am slightly leaning towards this one might need 3 just based off that first coat. but we'll see here together. You can see that Shifting Shimmer is a larger particle Aurora shimmer. So they're almost sparkle vibes, especially on that first coat. Definitely needs 2, maybe 3 on this one, y'all. But very pretty. Maya Raro says, usually I watch on YouTube, but glad I caught you live. I'm so glad you caught live too. And thank you so much for watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. Regina is your government name. Welcome, welcome. I definitely appreciate you watching the videos. I will have this one uploaded later, so if you want to catch the replay and see the rest of it, because this one we have 15 polishes to show off. And I am currently on, y'all, I don't even know what number. We're going to say 10. I think this is 11. I think this is 11 of tonight. So yeah, we have lots that we've already done, and I am doing them in full 2 coats at a time this time because there are so many. So definitely go check it out if you want to see these beautiful polishes. I'm not positive what is going to be available on Hearts and Promises site afterwards, or if it will be available or not. But they are all new, brand new polishes that will release at the show. So I'm assuming they will have some available on their site after the event. Also, a quick note, because you just popped in, we are having a comment issue tonight where some people cannot see the comments. So if you are not seeing other chat comments, know that that is an Instagram problem. And I am reading all the comments. So you're definitely going to be very much part of the chat, but it is not a you problem. It's an Instagram problem. Hey, Lauren, did you already got home and then just realized I have been on here for almost 2 hours already. So, welcome in. And Color My Natural Nails has also joined. We are showing off Hearts and Promises PBE polishes tonight. This beauty right here is our second coat of Santa Tell Me, which y'all, it did add a lot more depth on that second coat, but I do feel like this might need a third, even from me. You know, I'm a 2-coater. Regina said, I can't see them either. Yeah, I don't know what it is. When we first started the live, after like 5-6 minutes in, we actually stopped the live and restarted, hoping that would fix it, and it did not. People have made sure their apps were up to date and all that stuff, and it's still causing issues. So it's definitely an Instagram glitch tonight. Hopefully it doesn't stick. I know that you're usually a rewatcher on YouTube, so you're used to not seeing the comments, but that's a big fun part of being on the live, is to see the chat. So I apologize. I'm going to give y'all a label shot of this in 2, and then I am going to do a third. Like, I want to see what happens. Lauren said she arrived safe and sound. Good. Mandy says, bedtime for me. Thanks, Chels. Good night, everyone. Well, good night, Mandy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Definitely catch the replay. Leave me a comment. Let me know, are you psyched for Christmas in July? Or let me know what your favorite chocolate is. I don't honestly remember earlier if you commented that yet or not, Mandy. My brain is everywhere. Here's your 2 coats of Santa Tell Me. I am going to do a third on the tip of this one, but I wanted you to have a full 2 coats screenshot if you wanted it. Lauren said, you always make it work perfectly, though. We get through. I'm pretty good at figuring things out as we go. I'm good at pivoting, if you will. Michelle said, night, Mandy. All right, let's do a third coat of this one on the tip, because I just feel like it could benefit of 3 coats. I'm not looking through the camera, so I haven't seen it yet. You tell me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at the shimmer on the third coat. This one, I'm calling it a 3-coater. You could do 2. It's beautiful in 2, but 3, look at how rich she is on that third coat, and the shimmer, you really get all the colors on the third coat. So yeah, I'm going to recommend 3 coats on this one. You can really see that line too. It's a hard line. Carissa said pivot. I knew somebody would say pivot. I knew as soon as I said it, someone was going to make the Friends reference. I love it, Chrissy. Michelle said, I hate not being able to read comments. Stupid Instagram. I know, it's so frustrating. Again, y'all, I am going to do a little research and make sure that it is not something that I could be causing, and then I will do whatever I can to fix it as well. But I do think, since this is the first time we're having this issue and it's so many people, I really think it's an Instagram problem. So here again is another screenshot. You got 2 coats at the base, 3 coats at the tip of Santa Tell Me. And then next up in our Bold Christmas is Underneath the Tree. Again, y'all, another gorgeous, gorgeous green. You know I love my greens. This one is a green base with green gold Aurora shimmer. Very sparkly. Chrissy says, hey, Michelle, with a distorted face emoji. I need to start coming at different angles, too, so you guys never know where to expect it to come from. It might be a little bit awkward to get my arm around my setup here, but we can figure it out. All right, first coat of Underneath the Tree. Okay, I'm going to say this is a little thin on the first coat, but I'm also going to say I kind of love this first coat. It's just this dusting of shimmer, and like with your visible nail line, like I don't know, I kind of think this would be beautiful in one coat. It's just this like, it gives me like fairy whimsical vibes, or ooh, like fairy wings. I kind of love this in one coat. I think it's so gorgeous. I do think this would be a beautiful topper too. Could you see this over black, y'all? Michelle said, I'm sorry. Chrissy said, hey, Michelle. And then she said, I miss all of y'all in the chat too. She sent green hearts and a distorted face emoji. And Regina said, that's pretty with heart eye emoji. Lauren said, Tinkerbell vibes. See, yes, you get it. You get the fairy vibes. I definitely think this is beautiful in one coat. We're going to build two, probably again do a third on this one because of how much shimmer is there. I think it'll be more intense, but so pretty. Michelle said, hi, Chrissy, and hi, Jen, and lots of distorted faces. Chrissy said she could be a topper. Yep. Chrissy loves our toppers, so I do think this one could definitely topper. Of course, we're not even close to opaque on that first coat, but I still, y'all, I'm vibing with this one in one coat. Love it. Let's do a second coat, see what happens here. Again, this one is Underneath the Tree. Again, very beautiful still. But I'm also thinking this one could benefit from a third if you really, really want maximum shimmer and opacity of this one. You can get the shimmer in there on this one, though, very easily on two coats. You can see it. But again, I just feel like three coats might be where this one's at. Doable at two, of course. Doable at one, y'all. I love this in one. But I think the third is going to be where this is its final opacity, its final form, if you will. It's best going to be at three, I think. So we'll do a third on the tip. I will do a two coat label shot. So if anybody wants that screenshot, they can. Michelle said, I like that green. I'm getting more into greens. I'm telling you, I think I'm rubbing off on all y'all for the greens. You know I love a good green, but I just feel like lately we're getting more greens from brands and people are liking green. I feel like I'm going to take a teeny tiny bit of a credit for that. Just a little one. Plus, there's just been some really, really good greens lately. All right, so that's our two coats. I'm going to do a third coat on the tip. Michelle said, I wear green on one hand and then my pink or purple on the other hand. I love that. I love that you've got watermelon vibes or Joker vibes going at any given time. All right, third coat just on the tip. Just the tip here. All right, here's the third coat. Again, I feel like she's better in three. You can see it. It's not as distinctive a line on 2 and 3 with this one as it was for our beautiful purple, but I do think there is an opacity and a shimmer buildup better on the third. So I'm going to once again call this 3 coats is best. 2 coats is fine. 1 coat is still beautifully ethereal, but I'm going to call this a 3-coater if you really want that. And I don't know why, but now my brain is seeing cicadas. I'm seeing a beautiful jeweled beetle here with this third coat. Very, very shifty. Love. Let's do an opacity check. Yeah. Yep. I'm going with 3 coats again on this one. I'm on Team Jen and Chrissy, chronic 3-coaters. I think this one just benefits from a third beautifully. Let me give you a label shot again. So if you want screenshots of 2 and 3 coats there, here is Under the Tree. You've got 2 coats at the base, 3 coats at the tip, if I can not cover up half the name there. We got hearts on the screen, y'all. Love this green. Super, super pretty. We've got 2 more for our bold Christmas colors. Next is, okay, this is the one I couldn't pronounce, y'all. Auld Lang I don't know. Somebody tell me how to say it if you know how to say it. We're bad at pronouncing things, but I feel like this one's extra difficult tonight. Isn't that, okay, please, is this like the New Year's Eve song? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Someone let me know. Teach me things. I enjoy learning with all of you. This one, though, is described as a royal blue base with aurora shimmer that makes it look teal with a touch of purple shimmer. Laura says all long song, if that's German. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe. That would make sense. I mean, Christmas, German, I don't know. I don't have an explanation here, so let's get our first coat on. Chrissy said, I'm sorry, but I love a polish that forces others to come to the dark side of being a 3-coater. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all, Chrissy. And Maria said, Old Lang Syne. Okay. Still don't know what it is, y'all, but it's beautiful. Let's get a first coat here on our swatch wheel. Here is the first coat. Again, same with the others. Definitely need to build up, but it is beautiful, and I love the shimmer of this. You can already see it on that first coat. Very sparkly. Opacity check. Like I said, we need more coats, but we always do it. But you can definitely see the aqua and purple in there. I feel like the aqua is prominent and the purple's at the edges of it. Laura said, Auld Lang Syne, according to Alexa. Okay. Oh, did I just set mine off? Do we know what it is? What it's from? Could it be German? Could it be a tradition? Is it, anybody got a Google machine going on there? Let's do a second coat here. Okay. You know what? I might be on team 2-coat of this one. I will do a third because I've done a third of the other two. I'll do a third on the tip just to see, but this one I'm vibing more on 2. Carrie said it's a New Year's song, I think. I thought so too. I thought that's what that was from. It's the song that everyone sings for New Year's, but nobody actually knows how to say it properly. Unless you are a music person. Yes, it's a New Year's Eve song, Michelle says. Yes, look, I got something right, y'all, and I really had no idea. I'm going to take those kudos of random weird knowledge that popped in my brain. You can really see that aqua even more on the second coat. Opacity check. Yeah, like I'm happy with this one and 2. I'll do a third because we've done third of the others and my third coat girlies you can see. But Laura said, fondly remember old times. It's from the New Year's song. Yay. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate y'all so much. Look, we all learned things tonight. Am I going to remember how to say that properly? Probably not, but I'm going to try. Super pretty. Let me get you a label shot at 2 coats, and then we will do a third on the tip. There is your 2 coats of Auld Lang Syne, which I only could say right now because all of your guys' pronunciation typings are on the screen still. Beautiful polish. Goes really well with that green next to it. All right, let's do a third on the tip just for funsies, just to see. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll be a third coat on this one too. I do think it's good in 2, but here's a third. Okay, third may show a little bit more of the purple. I think this one is perfectly acceptable in 2, but third did up that shimmer again. I mean, you can definitely see a difference between 2 and 3. I will give it to my third coaters. You could see a difference with this beautiful shimmer. I do still think you can get by with 2 on this one, but I do think 3 really shows off more of the purple in that shimmer. Chrissy said, Auld Lang Syne is an old Scots phrase that translates literally to old long since. It is a poignant, nostalgic expression used to mean times long past, days gone by, or for old time's sake. Thank you for Googling, Chrissy. I appreciate that. Michelle said, I'm a lot smarter with Google, and she sent our distorted face and some laughing emojis. So we had our distorted face popped up there. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. And yes, I do use my robot quite often for things. Probably more often than we should because, like, you know, we should just learn stuff. But how else do you learn stuff nowadays? Nobody just has encyclopedias sitting around. There's not a 20 set of encyclopedias sitting in your living room anymore. So that's where we go to, right? But I am a very curious person. I have to, if I can't read something from like a glance, I have to stop and read it. If I walk past something and my brain can't figure it out, I have to go back and figure it out. Like, I'm a very curious person. So having access to the interwebs at all times definitely helps me so I can figure things out, and it helps that it scratches that itch in my brain. Here is your 2 coats at the base, 3 coats at the tip of Auld Lang Syne. Chrissy said, head to Google because I want typing that with my polish remover clips on. Michelle said, that definitely still makes me giggle. Yeah, it makes me giggle every time too, y'all. I love it. Chrissy said, I include the phrase in my 8th grade project on Scotland. That's really cool, Chrissy. I love that your knowledge has come out. And Lauren said, yes, I love the scary Alexa now. Oh yeah, y'all. Lauren is our helper here. She works in the basement with us, y'all. It's a finished basement, I promise. She helps out with our home office. How about that? And she is not used to having robots everywhere, and we use them for timers and music and reminders and stuff all day long. So she is very much getting used to it, especially setting our hot dog timers, which we set anytime the dogs go out because they're horrible about letting us know they want in, and Maple does not regulate, especially right now in this heat. So we always set hot dog timers to remember to get to them. I'm sure we have skewed the theoretical number of how many times people eat hot dogs a day. And last, but certainly not least from our PBE stuff, I will still show off the polish, pickup polish. If y'all want to see it, let me know. But the last of our Polish and Beauty Expo specific polishes here is Candy Cane Lane from our Bold Christmas quad. Michelle said, me too. I Google Star Wars references while I'm watching and it drives my son crazy. I just Google things when I don't know, but we could be totally watching something like, what does that mean? And I'll pop it up. The really creepy thing is when it just randomly says things. It'll start to be like, this is a blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we didn't ask you. Could you not please? But otherwise it does pretty good. It does pretty good. All right. First coat. Where is Waffles? He is under the desk sleeping. He's been pretty sleepy today. I think the heat is just getting to him. Even though he's inside, y'all, it's just, I don't know, it's just bad weather. So he has slept most of the day. He actually slept in his little Papasan chair down next to Lauren, working most of the day. And he is currently in his desk bed underneath my desk right now. First coat, Candy Cane Lane Pink. I didn't read the description, y'all. I'm so bad about that tonight. This is a bright pink jelly base with orange and pink Aurora shimmer. Now, it is labeled as a jelly, so I don't expect opacity on that first coat. I definitely expect maybe a third coat of this one as well, which then math adds up with the collection, and that's totally acceptable. So first coat of Candy Cane Lane. Yeah, we're definitely thinner on that first coat with this one, but again, it is a jelly. Excuse me, y'all. First coat. Still very shimmery. Melissa says, me do waffles. Yeah. Y'all, this heat is just brutal. Even going out to do Swatched. Y'all, I had to take ice water out with me to do this thermal outside because it was changing so fast. I'm not even sure I got videos of it in its solid transition form because it just so hot. Regina, my dogs need their own pool. My dogs will not use the pool. They hate it. Maple will tolerate a float, but Waffles hates it. He does not want to get wet. He doesn't want to be in it. The only reason he'll get in it is because he can be near us. Yesterday, we spent about an hour and a half in the pool, and he just laid by the glass door staring at us because I wouldn't let him out. It was too hot. Yeah, he absolutely hates the pool. Opacity check. Like I said, y'all, we had jelly. I wasn't expecting opacity on the first coat anyways. You can see the shimmer starting to evolve. I think we'll get way more depth on that second coat. Chrissy said, heck this heat. I agree, but again, y'all, I'm excited because my pool's finally getting warm enough to swim in. We've had it up for a week now, and it's been too cold to actually get in, so I like the heat for that aspect, but that's about it. I definitely understand it is way too hot out there, and if I'm not in the pool, I am not going to be outside besides taking swatch pictures lately. Here is our second coat, which, you know what? We built a lot of depth on that second coat. I'm agreeing with the blue. This could be a two-coater if you wanted it to be a two-coater for sure. Michelle says, ooh, pink jelly. Lauren said he was the real hot dog today. He was a real hot dog today. Not as hot as Steve, aka Maple, y'all. She just goes out there and lays in the middle of the concrete. She was laying on a black mat even. Like, she just soaks up the sun and then comes in here and pants for 12 hours because she can't regulate. She's a mess. Carrie, my power and internet keep going out. Praying it stays on because heat index 110 here tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Carrie. I will cross all my fingers for you and all your beautiful animals that it stays on and you stay cool because that is not okay. That's very unsafe. Michelle said it's hella hot here, 100 plus, which is unusual. Yeah, we have heat indexes of triple digits all week. I actually don't even know if I'm going to get to walk this week, y'all, because it's just consistently that hot. Even with the sundown, it is so hot and humid and sticky. So two-coater, check. Again, I feel like we could be a two-coater with this one. You definitely could be. Michelle says, I hate it. Chrissy said, it's too hot to finish weeding to put up our pool. We waited too long. Yeah, I feel that. My pool would have been up weeks ago if my patio had been done in time. So we're happy to finally have it up. Ooh, Regina just said it was 115 here today. No, thank you. Ugh. I am sorry. Here's your 2-coat label shot of Candy Cane Lane. I'm going to also do a third on this tip like we did with the others just to see. But again, very shimmery and pretty. Let's do our third coat on the tip. And then did anybody decide if they want that PPU polish? We'll do it. Just let me know. That one is PPU Rewind, and I do believe it's going to be available at the show. I'm not 100% sure on that because I didn't even know it was going to be in the package. But my understanding is that it will most likely be available at the show because it is not on the PPU wishlist site right now, which means it will be available at Hearts and Polish's website in July. So I am assuming she's also bringing it to the show since it's in my package. I am going to ask her, and I will add that to the info here and YouTube once I have an answer. Chrissy said, we're pool people. I usually put it up in May. We have definitely missed ours. Our new one is still small. It's not the biggest thing in the world. It's the best flat spot we could find. But it was big enough that we could sit on floats and, relax and get nice and cool on it. So it was very much happy to have it yesterday, and I'm excited to use it more. Here's your third coat, y'all. Again, I feel like 3 just made the shimmer even better, but it could be okay in 2 on this one. Laura said, yes, please. Michelle, yes, PP Rewind. And Chrissy, do it. All right, we will do the PPU Rewind. I am going to grab the PPU swatch wheel, though, y'all, because I feel a little bit weird putting on this one, even though I hate having empty space because I'm not going to be showing anything with 2 polishes left for that. But I just feel like it should be on Polish Pickups thing. I don't know. That's the OCD in me, so I will grab that swatch wheel out before we do that. Let me get you a third coat tip label shot of this one. Here we go. You got 2 coats of the base, 3 coats of the tip of Candy Cane Lane. Again, all of the polishes I have shown so far tonight are $12 at the show. If you buy 3 or more polishes, they will be discounted to $10 each. Wonderful. So that, I'm going to zoom you out for 2 seconds while I reach for that PPU one, and you guys can hopefully, yes, I said, there we go. That is everything new. Hearts and Promises, sorry y'all, is bringing to the Polish and Beauty Expo July 18th and 19th. So there are 14 fantastic polishes there. Michelle says, I want Candy Cane Lane with all the exclamation points. I'm not surprised. You love pink and purple. That is your whole handle, right? So gorgeous. All those are fantastic. I will bring our info sheet back at the very end, y'all. I don't want to zoom out, zoom in 20 times. But this is everything tonight that we just showed off. We had our Chicago LE trio here. We had our Hershey's chocolate trio. We had our traditional Christmas quad, and then our bold Christmas quad. Perfect. And then, y'all, I do not have pricing. I do not have description. I don't even have actual information for you here. But I do have Hearts and Promises Passionate Pink Sunrise. Hello, Melissa. We have shown off 14 polishes already tonight. We've been on here for over 2 hours, so highly recommend watching the replay. We did do them per polish tonight, so I did first, seconds, potential third coats when needed per polish tonight because there were so many. I am getting ready to go into Hearts and Promises Polish Pickup Rewind polish. I believe, I don't have any information, y'all. I have no pricing, no description, nothing on this, but I believe this will be offered on her website because it is not up on the wish listing for Polish Pickup, and they have a different polish up for wish listing. So I believe this will be on the Hearts and Polishes website for the month of July or in July. And then I do think she's going to be bringing it to the Polish and Beauty Expo because it was in my package of Polish and Beauty Expo polishes. Melissa said, hi, and wow, I missed it. Yes, but that's not a big deal. We're still on here. Or she said, I missed so much. That's okay. But also please know that comments are not cooperating tonight. So most people cannot actually see the chat. I am reading every single comment as I usually do. So you are still part of the chat, but it is not a you problem. problem. It seems to be an Instagram problem. Let's get our first coat here, y'all. It seems to be a bright, maybe bleached neon pastel, and it looks like it's got pink yellow shimmer to it. Let's see it on the swatch wheel. Now, PPU Rewind, this is a polish that they have already released on PPU, so you may already own this one. You may know what it is, even though I don't know what it is. But here it is. Again, we are on the Polish Pickup swatch wheel because it just felt weird to not have it on there, which also has the other offerings I showed off. We had Glam Swift Wind, which will be available on the PPU website the 3rd through the 6th. Hot Damn Anthurium. I think this one is Polish Pickup's website from Sassy Sauce. And then we have Bada Bling, which will be on Sassy Sauce's site for July. And then Lynn B's Frosted Light. This one will be on Lynn B's site the 3rd through the 7th. She also has her Bombastic Side-Eye Thermal Solar, which will be on PPU site the 3rd through the 6th. And then, of course, this is our Hearts and Promises Passionate Pink Sunrise. Let's see. What have I missed? What have I missed? Michelle said, of course, everything I want is on everyone's site, right? When did I miss is here. Hello, Wendy. How are we doing? Jen says, I bet that UVs. Yes, I bet that will blacklight glow too, for sure. Wendy said, hello, I was just messaging you, and boom, there you are live. Well, definitely send me a message. I want to know what you want to chat about. Welcome in. I am on the end of a very long live, so feel free to watch the replay here or YouTube. This beauty here is one coat of Passionate Pink Sunrise from Hearts and Promises for PPU Rewind. I think this will be available on her site and at Polish and Beauty Expo. We were showing off their Polish and Beauty Expo polishes, which we've shown 14 of those tonight. Also, the chat is not seeming to cooperate for everyone, so I'm reading every comment to make sure y'all don't miss out. Let's do a second coat of this one so we can see the opacity. I also think we'll see more shimmer. I can tell y'all, just like the other neons we've done lately, I see more shimmer in person than on camera because the neon is just drawing all the camera's attention. Melissa, what time does PPU drop on the 3rd? I believe it's 10 a.m. Central, so it's 11 Eastern. I'm fairly confident in that time. Wendy, I will have to watch from the beginning on YouTube. I love PPU Rewind. Okay, so this is the only PPU Rewind polish. I've already posted PPU Rewind. It's a little bit back. It is on my YouTube channel. You could definitely find it. It's easily labeled. I showed off Glam Polish's offering for their website, Sassy Sauce's offering, or for the PPU website, Sassy Sauce's for the PPU website, which I believe is Hot Damn Anthurium, and then their Bada Bling, I think, will be on Sassy's website. Lynn B's Frosted Light will be on Polish Pickup's website, and then this will be on Lynn B's site. This one is only available the 3rd through the 7th on Lynn B's. These two are on Sassy's. One is going to be the whole month of July, and then their Bombastic Side-Eye, which is a solar thermal for Lynn B, will be on PPU's website this weekend. So this one is Hearts and Promises. It was in my package for PBE, so I'm assuming it's also going to be available at PBE, and it's not their current wish list item on Polish Pickup site, so I'm assuming this will be on their specific website. Here is two coats, y'all, though, of Passionate Pink Sunrise. And again, I promise the shimmer of this is showing up more in real life. That neon just is stealing the show. Michelle, does that seem like acrylic? It does seem like acrylic to me. It is not quite a cream, but it's definitely not a jelly. And Wendy said, okay, cool. Sassy Sauce Bada Bling is so great. That's one of the ones I already have. Isn't it gorgeous? Technically, she's labeling these as 2.0s because she ordered a new pack of pigment from the supplier, but she hasn't changed her formula at all. There's just the possibility the supplier might have changed a little bit. So they are still the same formula-wise, but she's labeling it 2.0. But there is two coats of Passionate Pink Sunrise. Again, this is Hearts and Promises Polish Pickup Rewind offering. Jen mentioned it might blacklight, so let's check it really quickly. Here it is. And, oh yeah, okay, hold on. Let's turn off the arch light. Like, you could see it, but definitely UV glowing, blacklight glowing. For sure. She is a neon. Jen said, I'm wearing a very similar polish right now, the neon pink. Yes, y'all, it definitely glows. Look at that. So good. All right, I'm going to turn that arch light back on. Fair warning. Lauren said, have a good night, girl. Love the polishes and the live. And she sent our distorted face emoji and a laughing emoji because she knew he was going to pop up on the screen there. All right, that is our polishes tonight, y'all. Let me get I'm going to put the swatch wheel back on screen. Again, so everything we swatch tonight, we start here at this gorgeous blue and we circle all around to our beautiful pink. That is the 14 brand new polishes that Hearts and Promises is bringing to the Polish and Beauty Expo at Tinley Park Convention Center, July 18th and 19th. Again, I'm not sure if or what of these will be available on her site later on. Also, bye, Lauren. Thanks. Totally read her comment and then didn't say goodbye. Bye, Lauren. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Yes, so all of these will be available at the site or at the show. $12 each, or if you buy more than 3 polishes, they are $10 each. You have that Hershey's trio, which is inspired by Hershey's chocolate from Hershey, Pennsylvania. That if you purchase the trio, it's $30 because you're getting that discount. You can purchase the trio and also purchase the chocolate scented shea and oatmeal soap with it. And y'all, it is super, super chocolatey and delicious. You can get the, we're going to call it now a quad or bundle, 3 polishes plus the soap for $35, and you will get to choose a dark milk or white chocolate bar from Hershey, Pennsylvania. You also, if you do not buy the soap, you buy the trio, you get to pick a candy bar as well. The soap can be purchased on its own for $8 or 3 for $20. And I think that's all the specialty information I have for you. Ooh, first 100 people to check out will get a bag of Hershey Kisses, also straight from the factory. And the Christmas set, there are 2 4-piece Christmas themed sets. She is doing a bundle of all 8 polishes for $75. There are only 25 of those available. I will get tonight's info out. Here is everything that I just reiterated and have many times, but here it is on screen for your screenshot pleasures. Y'all, I do not think there is any freaking chance I'm getting this whole swatch wheel on here at the same time as our info. Yeah, no, not tonight. Not going to happen. But here is everything that I just went over. I suspect, again, I'm going to reach out to Chrissy and get the full information. I suspect that only the Chicago LEs are going to be exclusive to the show. And then I think everything else may potentially come up on the site later on. Don't quote me. I'm going to message Chrissy and get the exact information for y'all. But that's what I have. Wendy said fun combo. Yeah, the chocolate is so good. And this soap, I swear to you, y'all, it smells like chocolate. It smells so good. I definitely appreciate the do not eat warning on it. I don't know if this is going to be a body soap or if I'm going to use it as a hand soap on my counter. If it goes on my counter, I'm going to put a little sign on it that says, please do not eat. So people do not try because y'all, it smells that freaking good. But that is tonight's information. That is everything we've shown off, including, if you guys want it, also remember that PPU Rewind Shade 2. I think that's everything I have to tell you. I believe so. I'm going to flip you around. We're going to chat for just a second, and then I'm going to let you go because this has been the world's longest live. So many wonderful, wonderful things. All the gorgeous polishes, y'all. Even if there is something literally for everyone here. Every single person. You cannot tell me in this whole live you did not find one polish that you want. So no matter what, there is something here that you're going to want from this table. So definitely make sure you stop by the Hearts and Promises table at the Polish and Beauty Expo because they're so gorgeous. There is something you're going to need from them. Formulas were all spectacular. This is my first live working with Hearts and Promises. I can't say enough good things, y'all. This was phenomenal. And there are just so many wonderful things. I'm very excited to start eating some of that chocolate. Will not lie. I'm very excited to use this because, y'all, I'm telling you, it smells so good. Yeah, so again, if you are in the Chicago area or you want to travel and meet new nail friends, definitely check out the Polish and Beauty Expo. If you can't attend this year, start looking it up, see if you want to come for next year and start saving up because y'all, it is so much fun. This year is the 6th year I have attended every single year, and every year it just gets better and better. So no telling what next year and the next year is going to be like. But yes, y'all, this was a live. This was crazy. It has now told me that Victorian Varnish's live that I have to do is probably going to be in 2 parts because I believe I have 20 or 22 polishes still to show. And y'all, we already did a part 1 for her. So we might have to do 2 parts for her next one because this was 2.5 hours. I appreciate every single one of you for sticking with me tonight, especially with the chat not working right. So super big kudos, cookies to all of you for hanging out. Chrissy sent our distorted face emoji. Jen said, good night, everyone, with lots of them. And then Chrissy said, I'm definitely interested in the first Christmas quad and the Hershey trio. Yes. Again, more distorted face emojis. Super, super fun. So if you watch the replay, again, you get cookies too, because this was crazy. But if you watch the replay, leave me a comment. What's your favorite type of chocolate? You don't have to be specific. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, milk chocolate or dark chocolate. I want specifics. Do you have a certain brand you like? Do you like additives, or are you a just plain chocolate lover? Are you the iconic chocolate? Let me know. Let's chat. I love, 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 love reading your comments and responding to them. I respond to every single comment. Even the ones that are not super nice, I respond to. So leave me a comment, y'all. And thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Carrie said you're working OT this month. I am. I literally told that to Kevin. I was like, I have like this many PBE packages. I've got one more package for a normal package, and then like I get a small break for PBE. Like we go to the event and then we'll come back into this. So Michelle said night. She sent more of her distorted face emojis. Hearts and Promises is here. Okay, really quickly, y'all. Chrissy said good night, y'all. She said I'm late. That's okay. You had plans. I totally understand it. But really quick, one question. Two questions. I lied. Two questions. First question, is everything for the show exclusive, or are you going to be listing some of this on your site later on, or is it only an overpour situation? Like, we're wondering, is it all just PBE, or do you plan on having it on your site later? So that was a question. I was actually going to message you. I will still put that in the description box here, y'all, and on YouTube, because I know we had people already pop out, and I know we've already had people in and out today. So I will add that information to the description once I have it. So, and then our second question was the PPU Rewind polish, because I didn't expect it to be in this package. I'm not mad at it by any means, but I wasn't expecting. Chrissy said, don't leave Chelsea a mean comment. You know, people, it's fine. It's fine. People have their own opinions and thoughts, and they can voice them however they want to. It's totally fine. Honestly, y'all, I'm not going to lie. There's one troll that I didn't know, but on YouTube, you can... I don't remember what they call it, but you don't block the person. They can still see your stuff. They can still leave comments, but it blocks the comments. So like only they see the comment. I don't see the comments. Y'all don't see the comments, but they still think they're posting the comment. So it doesn't, like, it censors them without censoring them. So like they still can be mean, but I don't have to see it, and I don't have to hide it, or, you know what I mean? So they probably are wondering why I don't respond to them anymore. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. I kind of wish Instagram would do that too. Let's see. Hearts and Promises, Christy said, I'm bringing with everything I have, and everything is brand new. If anything is left over the show, that will go on the website, but I can't guarantee anything will be available. Okay, so kind of same thing as everything goes, y'all. She is making everything and bring it to the show, and if there are leftovers, then overpours can make it to the website. So if there's anything here tonight that you gotta have and you can't attend the show, I highly recommend you go to the Polish Beauty Expo Facebook group and sign up for a fairy. There's a thread on there. You can search word fairy, and I'm sure it will come up. That is a person who will shop for you. You can send them your wish list. They will shop for you. You pay them. They ship them your stuff. It's a whole great thing. There are so many wonderful people. I give huge kudos to the people who ferry, because it is a lot of work, y'all. I have seen a lady with like 8 different lists before. It's crazy, and they do such a wonderful job. So definitely, if you're interested in any of these and you want to make sure you don't miss a single one and you're not attending the show, definitely go check out the ferry option for you. Okay, we were talking about PPU and I got off track. My next question is the PPU Rewind polish. Is this available on your website? I didn't see it on the Polish Pickup wish list, so I'm assuming this is going to be on your website. Is it for the full month of July, and is it coming to the Polish Beauty Expo? So that's my question there. We did swatch it. We showed it off. It's absolutely beautiful. So bright. It also glows under a black light. We did that test too. So some comments, since the comments are not showing for everyone. I know that's really annoying. We're almost out of here, I promise y'all. Chrissy said, can't help it if some people have bad taste. Of course. It is what it is, y'all. Some people are just like that. Carrie said, it's a shame there's even trolls to begin with. Yeah, some people just aren't happy unless they're making other people mad. So, like, you know, water off my back, y'all. I try to be really good about it, not let it get me down. And again, the fact that I could hide them made me feel better too, because now I don't even have to see it. Michelle said, tell us who will come for them. I don't remember their handle even, because I think they commented on like 4 videos just talking about the quality being so bad. And I mean, it was rude bad. Not like, oh, you know, I wish it was better. Like, they were rude. So then eventually I was like, can I do anything about this? Can I block them? What can I do? And I saw that option to hide them or whatever. I'm like, all right, we'll do that. So she also sent mad faces. Chrissy said prices will also be cheaper with better deals at the show. That is true. And PPU Rewind, yes, it will be on my website from July 1st through the 31st while supplies last. And yes, it's coming to PPE also. Awesome. And Annie Marie is back. We are just wrapping up, Annie. I showed off so many stunning polishes from Hearts and Promises coming to the Polish Beauty Expo. We showed off in total 15 polishes tonight, 14 for the show, and a bonus PPU Rewind polish. That is this one right here, Passionate Pink Sunrise. And we did just get the deets that this will be available for the full month of July on Hearts and Promises website, so heartsandpromises.com. And it should also be coming to the Polish Beauty Expo show as well. So that is everything tonight. So many wonderful things, y'all. Again, big kudos and cookies for everyone who hung out for 2.5 hours tonight. Yeah, so many good things. Again, y'all, I cannot tell you how much this smells wonderfully of chocolate. Again, do not eat it, but it smells so, so good. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.